And we're live. That's gonna be my new thing when we start.
Can we restart that?
You should have seen Rob's eyes when you clicked
Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers.
Andy, what are we drinking here? What's fine spirit are we drinking here?
Glenfiddich 18.
Oh wait, it's right there. The
Hold it up for the camera.
the good Andy Dufresne bought me that for my birthday last year. For being a Scotch, it's not bad, but I don't really do Scotch.
Yeah,
But it's good.
that's on me.
I like it better. Well, I never really had tried it when you bought it for me either. I
Yeah.
never really had tried Scotch.
You had like just started getting into whiskeys and
Yeah. More of a bourbon guy, but this is decent,
it's Dyson.
as Andy would say. So,
What do you drink, Rob?
Big Scotch guy myself.
Oh,
you like it?
Yeah,
Yo,
I
give
love
your
Scotch.
review of it. Give it like what do you like? Do a tasting right now for the
Tasting
camera.
right now. You know, I've almost finished it. You know, it's very smooth. Doesn't have a strong bite after. That's why it's nice. It goes down easy. You know, some Scotch have a nice nasty bite after. It's single malt, and I'm not even a huge single malt fan. I usually like triple or something, but it's good. I give it out of 5, 4 stars.
what about out of 10?
Out of 10,
8 probably.
8.8. I'll give
No,
it
see,
8.8.
I knew there was a
It's
point.
a little point. You gotta add points when it gets to 10.
Good thing we don't have Cam here. He'd be like 8.7653.
Repeating.
3.1415.
And then the next day he'd come back and be like, no, actually, I reconsidered. It's 8.737. Okay.
Anyway, Rob, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so we got Robert Marino here today.
What up?
New
what up?
guest. Finally got him on the pod. It's funny because I had like always thought about having Rob, but he seems like a busy guy. So I like had never reached out to him, I guess.
So busy.
But obviously Rob's one of my better friends. And then it's funny, the first time I asked him, he's like, yeah, I'm down tonight. Like literally today I asked him. He's like, yeah, I'm down. I'm
Yeah.
like, why did I not think of this earlier?
Yeah, I'm usually free on Saturday, so you call me on a Saturday. Easy. I did nothing all day.
Watch the Johnny Bones Jones fight tonight.
Yeah.
So give us your profile. Who are you? What makes you hard?
What makes me hard? I mean, you got Andy right here. It's gonna be hard the whole night.
What wets your
honestly.
whistle?
Andy's staring at me, so been hard since I got here. Thank you, Tim. I'm not gonna get used to that. That's funny. So
Yeah, so anyway, give it up for the new guest. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, go ahead, tell us about yourself.
So name's Rob. Age 24 years old.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Sex,
Male.
location.
Preferred pronoun.
For no pound. They them.
What's your shoe size?
12 and a half, depending on the brand.
So you
Oh,
got a
he's
hammer.
got the meat.
Yeah.
My man's got a hammer.
Yeah, that
He's like, yeah.
that hammer 3 inches. You got it.
Got Arby's over here in the corner. Got the meats.
All right, what about you, Andy?
Yeah, we never got a
Old
profile on you.
30-year-old male.
What does it feel like to be hanging out with a bunch of, young kids? And
You guys keep me young,
Or mentally older.
keep me spry.
Nice.
Yeah, 30 years old. Work my ass off all week. Actually, my job's pretty easy, but 60-hour weeks. So you'll only ever see me on here on a Saturday.
It's funny when I ask Andy on weekdays ever, like if someone bails or like, if we can't find a guest, and I'm like, I know Andy's not gonna, but let's just try. I gotta say I tried.
Yeah.
He basically
you hit me up
laughs
this
at me.
week.
He basically laughs at me when I ask him on a weekday to do anything.
Yeah. He hit me up this week asking, and like, dude, eventually I'm gonna surprise you, so keep it coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you got the regular answer this week.
What's your shoe size?
I mean, you wake up at like
I got a baby day coming 10.
yeah, not a hog.
this
Come on.
motherfucker goes to bed pretty sure after me every single night, and then he wakes up like 3 hours before me. What time do you leave for work? Actually, just go over your sleep schedule for us.
So
Day by day.
it depends by week
Because I feel like every time I text you like late at night, you're up.
yeah.
Like you usually don't go to bed before midnight, right?
See, that's the thing. It depends on like the weekend. What I do on the weekend is gonna set me up for the week. So like if I had been like exhausted and fell asleep Like that's what's gonna put me back on my sleep schedule is like being exhausted one night. I'll fall asleep at like 9 o'clock, and then I'll get up a little bit before I have to get up for work. And then
So what time do you normally get up for work though? Like if you're cutting it, if you're cutting it close.
like 4:45.
Fuck that. You get up
Yeah.
pretty early too, right? Sometimes, depending.
I'm in the slow season, so I'm sleeping in right now.
When you're
5
busy though, you wake
5:30.
up around that time though, right?
Depends on where I'm working. If I'm in the Bronx, 3:30, 3, depending on the job.
Fuck
Fuck that.
What time do you get home?
Depends.
Jesus Christ.
5.
It's
It's about 5, 6 usually.
I wake up 30 minutes so I have to clock in, and I'm always 5 minutes late every single day.
That's you should just wake up 5 minutes earlier.
I try. It's that's
No,
a
but
problem.
I kind of feel you on that because, dude, if I wake up I normally get up at like 6:50 ish. If I wake up at 6:30, because she's been getting up early, Chelsea's been getting up earlier now because she's got a new job, so she wakes up at like around 6:30. So if I get up with her, which I like kind of normally do now, I still find a way to like get out the door at the same time. Like I'm like I think I have more time to do shit, or like I can like go slower. But for some reason, I always end up getting out the door barely in enough time. It's weird. Like even no matter how much time I give myself, it's fucking.
It's like humans are gluttons for punishment. It's like we gotta kind of push the envelope
Yeah.
in whatever we're doing. It's got to be a little bit risky once in a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like
So
It's
it's
weird.
like, all right,
That
let's
60 mile
see
per
if
hour
we get fired
commute,
today,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You ever been fired?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me either.
Yo, I don't think you told any of those stories from your old job on the pod.
Which job?
In the city.
In the city? I mean, that job was a shit show.
If you need a reminder, there we go.
Yeah, we did do that.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, there was like,
you don't have to talk about this if you don't want to.
All right, no, hold on.
I
You
don't
have
care.
to talk about this now.
no, I'm not going to get fired from my current job for what I say on this podcast, so it's whatever. I'll just get fired from future jobs. So, no, it's like this job was a sales job in Manhattan. And so like the week and a half leading up to Christmas, none of the higher ups were there.
Wait, what were you
So-
selling?
I was selling advertisement space on food websites like foodnetwork.com.
Nice.
So basically, what he was really selling was.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. So so like the week and a half before Christmas, the higher ups aren't in. The highest up people are the team leaders. So we have like the food team, which I was on. We had the entertainment division.
Actually,
this,
didn't mean to
that,
do that.
This. So it was like the team leaders, and my team leader I went to high school with. Like he's a little bit older than me, whatever. So like no high ups are there. I'm trying to call people to sell them shit, and they're like, dude, I sell fucking cookies. It's the week before Christmas. Can you fuck off? So it's like that kind of environment. So I was like, all right, whatever. So we're like playing video games on our computer all day.
You got to
And
tell the
then,
story about after this. You got to tell the story about your buddy who's been calling the same guy for 10 years.
Oh my god,
every
that
day.
was
Go-
awesome.
but go
All
ahead.
right, yeah.
We'll
so
get to that.
So we're not doing sales calls and whatever. And like the week before Christmas, there's just people. It's New York City sales environment. Like you've seen Wolf of Wall Street. We all fucking get down. So there's no higher ups.
So it was
and-
really like that, kind of
I mean, not
to that extreme.
that
but
extreme, yeah. But like everybody's bringing in blow and like going to the bathroom and doing blow and stuff during work, and we're not
just fucking
to
off.
work. And yeah, it was a great week of work. It was awesome. But yeah, so there was a guy on my team that has been doing sales for like probably 10 years for different companies, and he's built up like in sales you have to learn to get the decision maker on the line right away. Otherwise you're wasting your time, you know? Like you need the person who's going to decide whether to buy your product or not.
is
You
this a
need them.
seminar?
No, so like
no, I'm totally kidding. I just
so like this
it was
guy on
right
my
there.
team
It was right
has
there.
like a list of like 20 numbers saved on his phone of like people that just fucking curse him out every time he calls because they know who he is, and he's been calling him for so long, even from past sales jobs. So he gets us all on the line with this one guy that he's been calling for 10 years, and the guy always knows it's him, some guy out in California. So we're all on mute.
You know the business. You know
Yeah,
the business.
yeah,
It's,
the guy's-
it's done now.
The guy's place is called Cafe Zaytuna. And he always answers the phone. He's like, Cafe Zaytuna. And my buddy Mike's like, yeah, hi. Like, I was wondering, he like looked up the guy's menu beforehand and was like, yeah, I was wondering about this sandwich. Like, what's on it? What's on it? And the guy's like, oh, it's like this, that, this. And he's like, and I was also wondering, who's the owner? And the guy was like, you motherfucker, stop calling my fucking phone, you motherfucker. Like he knows Mike, and like Mike changed up his voice for the sandwich part, and like, oh my god, it was so fucking great. We're all dying in the background.
That reminds me of that YouTube video, the prank call with the John Cena with the soldier.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
You ever seen that?
I don't think so.
It's
Oh,
like
so good.
it's too long to like pull up, but basically, this guy prank calls his wife on like a radio show, like has the radio do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they call and they're like, "Hey, sir," or "Hey, man, we're just wondering if you support the." I guess the husband is like obsessed with WWE, and she like is sick of it. So, yeah, they call up and they're like, "We're just wondering if you support our troops." And she's like, "Oh yeah, of course, of course." And they're like, "Oh well, good." It's like some woman. It's like, "Oh, good,"
do you
because
support the Marines.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's a Marine that needs your help.
yeah. And then she's like, "Yeah, of course, of course." And then they're like, "Cause his name is John Cena," and then it starts playing the intro music.
Yeah, that's exactly what like this list of like 20
I'll play
people.
part of it.
Yeah. Like everybody that my buddy calls knew his call was coming at some point during the day. And every time they freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, like they call her like 4 times, and I think the part that I just said was like the end.
It's like the middle.
Yeah. Cause like she gets like really pissed off, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but because she answers like all like fucking angry.
When he calls and he's like, "Is Champ there?"
Yeah.
Go to TaxAct.
Yeah, she calls and they call and she picks up. She's all like angry, and it's a woman. That's when they do a woman, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. We were just calling to see if you support our the Marines, the troops." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Someone's been calling me all morning."
Do you want to just play it and then clip it from the
What?
from the actual recording? You know,
Well, I don't want to play 5 minutes of it.
that's true. I guess
We can. I think we can play part of it and like be fine.
I swear I'm about to call the police.
Hello. You have a collect call from.
Listen.
I think this is
stop
the part.
calling. Is listening not your strong suit? Because pretty sure it's is, but you're not hearing
Before
me.
this,
Because a furry.
there it is.
Oh my wrestling again. I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena. He's gonna get in the ring and put boots to asses this
Are you
weekend.
kidding me right now?
WWE.
Are you kidding me right now? I can't even handle this. I cannot handle this.
Yeah, that shit's so funny.
Did I ever tell you that he went to college with my brother, Cena?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. He was. I think he
college?
was Springfield College.
Oh, Springfield?
He was a senior when my brother was a freshman, though. And my brother said that he was on the football team back then, and he would just walk around like fucking, like his arms couldn't touch his sides. Like he was huge, and he was like, yeah, he was like a down to earth dude, and
Oh, he was
which
actually
is
cool.
yeah, which is kind of what you expect from a guy who like he's the leader in the Make a Wish Foundation, like.
Yeah.
He's done the most Make-A-Wish. Like, yeah, he's super.
I mean,
down
but
to
that's
earth
not
and-
really what you expect when you like look at him, though. Like,
Yeah,
kinda
and
expect
you're a
douchebag.
freshman.
I mean, he's always
and
had
you're a
that-
freshman at college, and this
Yeah.
guy's on the football team. He's huge, and like
Yeah.
he's a senior.
He's
and then
always had
just,
that
like, a
good guy
down-to-earth.
persona, though,
Yeah.
in the WWE, too.
Yeah,
did he? I thought he was supposed to be like a douchebag or something.
I think he goes back and forth to the WWE.
Yeah,
I think when he
that's
first started,
just-
but I feel like for the last...
Wasn't he like a rapper? Aren't there like
yeah.
John? Can you
Yeah.
Google that?
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
was.
Sure John Cena
But I
has
feel
a
like for
rap
the last,
career.
The last like, at least how many years now? He's always been like the good guy. Like,
Yeah, he has a rap album. It looks like.
I mean, so does Shaq, but doesn't make him a rapper.
Shaq also DJs too.
Yeah, DJ Shaq. Yeah.
DJ Diesel.
Oh yeah, DJ Diesel. He threw that huge party in Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
DJ'd it.
He like can actually rap too. Like, have you ever heard any of his like freestyles when he's just screwing around?
Yeah, but the album
They're
wasn't.
funny.
The album wasn't that. Album was, yeah,
Probably
wasn't bad. Wasn't
good.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Not good.
I think it still went platinum. But it's also because it's like, oh, Shaq, yeah, let me buy that.
Yeah.
You guys have heard Mike Stud, right? Rapper.
No.
No.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
So he's like this white dude that played for Duke, played baseball at Duke, and he.
That's
was,
how I heard of it from Brendan Schaub, I think.
Yeah, and he was their closer, and he got hurt, and like his teammates were like, oh, like they knew that he rapped, so they were like, oh, let's hear you rap, and we'll throw it up on YouTube. They like videoed him, and then he like got huge off of that, and now he like raps full time. But
Yeah.
he played baseball with Stroman in college, and Stroman is actually on one of his songs. Is featured on one of his songs, and Stroman like kills his verse.
Wow.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't like Damian Lillard a rapper too?
He's good. Yeah.
And Tyrone Woodley.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know Woodley.
I don't think
was.
Woodley's. I think I've heard one of Woodley's songs and it was pretty trash.
Didn't Damien release like a? Wasn't there like a diss? Didn't they have that in the
Maybe.
NBA like a couple years ago or last year? Like they released like tracks about each other.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait, who? Him and who?
I can't remember.
Another NBA player?
I think so.
Lonzo Ball
Yeah, there
was
was that
dissing.
one.
It was him and Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah,
They were like going at it,
I mean they're both kind
but
of.
they're like friends. So I think it was just screwing around. Because the Lakers, they're both still on the Lakers at that time, and they like pulled them into a meeting. They're like, "Yeah, you gotta chill with that."
Oh, they were on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
when before he was on the Pelicans,
That's funny.
before he was on the Lakers.
Yeah. No, Dame's good though. I mean, for like a non-rapper. All right.
We gotta
dude.
ask. We gotta ask Rob the
Oh,
legendary question.
Oh, you just punched your fist. So.
We ask every guest this one. Did we ask
Alright.
Andy?
Take a sip of
I
that,
should
yeah.
take a sip of this. It's
We didn't
almost
ask
done.
Andy
I'm almost
either.
out of this actually.
I don't think we ever asked
we're
Andy
gonna ask both of you then.
No, you
Alright.
asked me.
Oh, okay.
on the pod.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we definitely didn't.
You wake up one day and you're 2 inches into your mother,
Jesus Christ, guys.
and your father
Oh,
is 2 inches into you. Which direction do you move to get out of it? And don't tell me sideways.
up.
Oh, we forgot
Is
the
up
part
the
that I
right answer?
added.
What's the
There's
correct answer?
there's you know the cartoon spiked walls that like close in on each other.
Yeah.
They're those, but they close in 2 inches away from you on either side too, so you can't move sideways.
You can move front or back.
I can't move. Go up.
Now you can get creative. Some people in the past have gotten creative with the spiked walls. That's a hint. That's all I'm gonna give you.
Well, how spiked?
I mean, there's no way out of it. There's no way out of it,
No.
but
Either you're fucking your mom or your dad's fucking you.
I think I just take the L.
Brother.
I think I
Like
just take the L at that point. It's already the L's already there. Like right. Like
Yeah.
I was just raped. Obviously, I just woke up.
yeah.
Victim.
It's like Saw.
911.
This is like your Saw trap.
This is my saw trap. I think I'd rather have like the chainsaw like attached to my leg or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, you have an erection in your mother.
Oh God, I don't.
So what's gonna be?
I feel like I had to go backwards. I don't know.
I
I just, yeah.
feel like that's what the majority of people said. What's your answer? I'll tell you what I said after. You got-
Keeping with my image, I don't like to pull out, so I'm gonna go forward.
Nice.
What I said is I'm not gay, so I'm obviously going forward.
That is what he said.
Yeah.
Plus, your mom's kind of hot.
Okay.
Flag that. Flag that.
Hey, ma.
Edit,
up, Ma?
edit.
We
Flag
didn't
that.
say his aunt.
Oh, not this shit again.
Wow.
Not this shit again.
Anyway.
His cousin's girlfriend.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I got another one. Ryan asked me. I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah?
good. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Would you rather give the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10?
The last 10. Easily.
Face or mouth?
What's a
Mouth.
Oh.
Mouth, like you're getting a load deposited.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your answer?
Last 10% easily. Not like gonna like I gotta like
Put in the
like,
work.
nurture that. Put in
Get
the
to
work.
that
Putting in the work is gay, but finishing
No,
it off
that's
isn't.
gay.
I feel like
Your
it's,
answer's gay.
I feel like it's only
I mean,
gay.
what answer? How is
I
not?
feel like it's only gay if you finish though.
Yeah.
Remember, like you
Oh.
can jerk another guy off. It's not gay unless you come.
Well, why can't I jerk off? Like if it's a good friend, it's a homie. It's not gay though. It's like just helping a friend out.
I'm always picking the first 90.
How long is this 90% though?
Well,
Like, is it like-
that's why
is it
I'm
like
picking the
10
first
minutes?
90. If there's one thing in this world I'm good at, it is beating my shit. So I'm imagining I'd probably be good
Okay.
at someone else. So
But-
maybe my first 90 is only
But
a
how many
minute.
times have you had a dick in your mouth though to know that you're gonna be good
Zero.
at that?
0.
That's a
Zero.
bold risk.
We can throw the hands in there too, you know. It's not like
The old gluck gluck.
yeah.
The old Gluck Gluck.
The twist.
That
the
might
twist
be
action.
episode title worthy.
With the twist
The
action.
old Gluck Gluck.
The little twist. Yeah. Classic.
I love it every time I see that in porn, but they're doing it with two
The
hands.
twist. Yeah,
I'm like,
classic.
my shit is small. That's all I can think. I'm like, they got two hands and their mouth
Yeah.
on it.
You just be breathing on mine. At
Yeah,
that point.
with one, with the one, you're just breathing.
It's like when you polish silverware, you know, like a spoon.
Yeah. Dude, you're just giving me an Indian rug burn at this point.
Is it more like
Yes.
cooling off a spoonful of hot soup? You know, like how would you breathe? Is it a or a
I don't know. Okay.
I was
Test it
just
out.
all I
You
could think of when you
wanna
guys are
test it
saying
out?
that is that if you're jerking my shit off like that and trying to suck it at the same time, it'd be like trying to get the bottom of an
a
ice cream
chapstick?
cone.
Oh, okay.
No, of an ice cream cone where you're like, you have to actually go inside of it.
You gotta
Nice.
stick the tongue in.
You have to go inside of the fist that you made. Yeah. To get to my shit.
Good God.
Interesting. 6 1/4.
The good old, yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
The
we
old 96er.
not gonna go there.
All right.
Who do you got in the fight tonight, Rob?
I got Jones. Easy.
Yeah.
He's stupid to bet against him.
What round? And how does he win?
Second.
He doesn't finish fights anymore.
I would say. I think second. I can't see him. I don't know. I just don't see it really.
What was his last fight before? What's his name?
It wasn't Santos, right? It was
Before DC, you mean?
No,
before I think
the dude that like blew his ACL or whatever.
that was Thiago Santos, yeah.
Yeah.
Before him?
Before him.
I think it was Gus again. It was Gus too, right? John Jones Gustafson too.
Before. Yeah.
How did that fight
Oh no, Anthony Smith. It was Anthony Smith. He fought Gus, then he fought Anthony Smith, and then Gus fought Anthony Smith, and then he fought Thiago Santos.
How did the Smith fight end?
Decision.
Okay.
Yeah, as well.
I can't see him. I don't see him.
But he fought Smith way better than he fought Thiago Santos.
You ever just look at the
He was
people he
way more
fought
dominant.
in his like 20s? Like he's still in his 20s, but like I think
No, he's not. He's
he's
30.
30 now. He's
32, I
30.
thought.
Yeah, he's like he's 31.
But
or
like
32.
just the people he fought in his 20s.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just,
crazy.
Like, insane. Like that he was fighting so young and dominating.
He was the youngest champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How old was he?
20 or 21, I think.
He was young.
Let's see, we can look it up.
He was young. But just the list of people he fought in his 20s was just crazy. 23.
Oh, 23.
That's
Yeah.
so young.
Yeah, what age did he
2011.
break in?
Um,
I think it was 20. Maybe that's what I was
when
thinking
he
of.
when he debuted. Probably
Yeah,
20,
because you got to
21.
figure you do like 2.
I think he was
fights a
12
year,
and 1.
maybe,
I think he was 12 and 1 when he won the title.
in the UFC.
Yeah. His only loss was disqualification.
DQ, yeah, for what, downward elbow?
I
Yeah.
think it was a knee. Was it a knee or an elbow?
I think it was elbows. I think it was 12 to 6 elbows.
Yeah, the guy had his knee. He was on the ground and like a kneeling position. He was standing or something like that.
So stupid.
I'm gonna try that stuff.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, literally, just still to this day, his one loss is that DQ.
He's so good.
And his whole family is like athletic. Like Chandler Jones was
After you pour that,
almost had a
show the
record-breaking
camera what we got.
season this year.
We got
the Cardinals.
1792
Really?
He almost-
single barrel.
He was like a couple sacks away
bourbon
from
whiskey.
breaking the single season sack record.
Both
Yeah.
of his brothers have Super Bowl rings, right?
Yeah, Chandler Jones, I believe, has one with the Patriots.
What?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, but he almost
Oh,
on the Cardinals. He got
1792,
traded
yeah.
to the Cardinals, and yeah, this year on the Cardinals, and the Cardinals didn't even do good, and he almost broke the single season sack record.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one.
Are you better?
Am I better?
Yeah, are you the better sibling? Objectively speaking.
Like
Yeah.
just overall,
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
rinse this out.
I don't know. I mean, I would say so.
Okay.
I think I have more life experience.
Nice.
But yeah, he had like I think 19 and a half or 20 and a half sacks, and the record's like 22. That's crazy. I don't understand all these like families that have athletes like that.
Well, they say that's why John Jones got into it because like he was never a good athlete like in like regular sports, and his brothers used to beat the shit out of him, like take on him. Because
Yeah.
I think he's the youngest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So I think that's why he
Yeah,
got
Arthur's
into
the oldest.
MMA.
He was on the Ravens. I think he won a ring with
No?
Ray Lewis.
You don't like it?
It's a little harsher than the Glenfiddich.
S-
good
The,
though.
What is it?
the Scotch aftertaste is just to me, it's like almost tangy. Like
Really?
yeah, you can try it. You want to try it?
What is it?
It's bourbon.
I'll try a little bit. Do I need?
1790. I already said this. 1792 single barrel.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
1492.
Nice.
Yeah, this one wasn't my favorite bourbon, but it was good. How do you like the Scotch?
That's good.
Ooh,
That is good.
that makes my nose tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a bite.
What is
It's
the
a little harsher when you go from the
what's
the-
Glenfiddich to
what's the
this.
alcohol percent on that?
Alcohol percent?
Is it like 40s or is it 50s? It's got to be 40s, right?
43%.
Oh, that's why.
What's that?
Did you hear that?
I
Yeah.
heard that. Yeah.
You heard that in the mic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 49.
It sounded like a
49.
foghorn or
I
something.
was over here.
Yo, you guys should try this Knob Creek I have then. I think
I've had
I think
Knob
it's-
Creek.
you have?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's 110 proof.
Hmm.
That'll put some hair on your chest.
That thing has a bite.
Yeah.
It's good.
See, to me it's like
Crashing on Bundy tonight.
See, that's
for sure.
Rob almost crashed on Bunny on the way here.
Yeah. I was an idiot.
It was a little snowing.
Took Bundy
Little-
instead of
little,
just.
it's a little snowing.
Yeah.
A little snowy is what I meant to say. Sorry.
It was coming down heavy.
And no,
Some
we're
big
not
flakes.
referring to Andy's days at the sales job.
Hey. Dude, that job
Too
was
far
awesome.
from
Well, what are you doing?
Fucking.
It's mysterious.
Dude, another story from that job. So our Christmas party, our company Christmas party, there was like a bunch of high ups there, whatever. They rented out a bar in Manhattan, and they did I think it was like a 4-hour open bar, and we had
Get them out
more-
of hot.
Yeah, yeah, we had more people at our company doing coke than not doing coke and there's like some high ups there. So all I remember is it was a Thursday and we had to work on Friday, which who the fuck does that? Like, why didn't they just have the party on a Friday?
Yeah.
So I don't remember leaving, actually. I don't remember leaving the place. I just, like, the last thing I remember was just, like, being fucked up with all my buddies that I worked with. And I come in the next day, and then one of the kids was like, dude, what the fuck happened to you last night? He's like, you Irish goodbye to everybody. You walked out into the street to hail a cab and almost got hit by a car. He's like, and then you got in a cab and left. And I was like, dude, I don't remember leaving. I don't remember getting to Grand Central. I don't remember the train ride. I don't remember getting home.
Oh my God.
I was like, all I remember is waking up this morning with my pants half on, and I was like bent over my bed. My feet were still on the ground.
So you made it back to Falling?
Yeah, but like I took
That's
the
scary that you
I
don't
took
remember.
the train back to the Pauling station, not to Southeast.
I would hope so.
So yeah, so I just walked home from there.
You're just driving from
'cause I live-
Southeast like in Wolf of Wall Street when he's on the Quaaludes.
yeah,
Barely make it to bed.
just trying to get in his car. He's like, "Nah." But no, yeah, I like last thing I remembered was like shooting the shit with my buddies, and they were like, "Dude, you Irish goodbye us." Almost got hit, and we thought she died. And
Jesus.
then I woke up with my feet on the ground and my head on my bed.
But you still made it to work.
Yeah, I didn't make any sales the next day, that's for sure. But like, I somehow got up in time.
God bless. God bless.
Bless you.
Oh,
Was it you that when I
Good
used to sneeze,
God.
you used to say, God's not real? Or was that Connor? It might have been Grogan.
I don't think
probably
that was me.
Connor.
I used to sneeze. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it was Grogan. He used to be like, God's not real. Like, an asshole.
Damn, those were fun work stories.
That job
Jealous.
was
You don't have any of those?
I have
fun.
work stories, but they're not fun. They were pretty shitty times.
What's
Literally-
the craziest
literally
thing?
and figuratively.
What's the craziest thing?
The craziest thing that ever happened to me at work.
Here, tell the story. I'm going to go rinse my glass out.
For the record, I'm a special education teacher and I work with very difficult kids. But this was before when I first started there. We had these scooters that are on campus that kids would use for like occupational therapy, and it's a scooter, but you sit in a seat and you like pedal with your like feet, and you.
Well, that's not a scooter. That's
it's-
a bike.
They call it scooters, but you're sitting, but you're on the ground, like you're low to the ground, and like
It's a
kind of like-
tricycle.
no, it might have had 3 wheels or 4. I don't know.
See, that reminds me of like the red old school like
Yeah.
car with
No,
the yellow
It
roof.
Oh,
had,
yeah.
It had like
And you're
literal
using
seat,
your
literal
feet.
seat. It
Yep.
had these handles on the side. You put your hands and grab it, and you could use those to turn. And then you pedaled with both feet. And this kid like took it and was like out of program, which means he was just not where you're supposed to be riding around. And I got called and I got radioed in to go assist. And he rode it into the middle of traffic on the road. So I'm on the yellow line with this kid on the scooter. Cars don't slow down for these kids because they're just sick of them because they're always in the road. And what he ended up doing was, I was like, can we just go back to campus? Like, we're on the yellow line here. This isn't fun. And he was just cursing, and then he unzipped his pants and pissed on my feet in the middle of traffic as cars were going by.
You didn't beat the fuck out of him?
No, it's
No,
illegal.
You're not.
That's
when
illegal.
he leaves the campus, like you're not. This happens all the time, right?
You're not under
They're,
surveillance.
they're on campus. If you drive by,
Like they
like, you
just
see-
run off campus and they're just
There's
fucking
it happens all the
forest
time with
stomping
like a
down the
certain
road.
like probably like 6 or 7 kids.
yeah.
It's like a set amount of high flyers who constantly like do that. But yeah, he was a really frequent, and yeah,
And
he
you're
pissed
not
on my
like
feet.
allowed to
We've-
like grab them and bring them
we've
back.
had to, and we call it like it's an emergency intervention. Like
Oh,
yeah, if
okay.
I don't grab him, he's gonna
Like,
get
he's
hit by a
gonna-
car.
yeah.
So yeah, I gotta grab him, and we're also taught like restraints that are like the proper way to like restrain them if they're bringing harm or anyone else. But yeah, he pissed on me in the middle.
How does
of the
that work
traffic.
out for your personal life?
The restraining?
Yeah, you found a lot of success in that.
I've
or-
restrained friends.
Yeah.
I've restrained.
Oh
people
no, no,
before.
no! I'm thinking.
But
of-
like romantic
Yeah.
lovers.
What about
Yeah.
Maybe
No, there's no way to do it romantically. It's like
no.
it's like a
You've
so,
never brought your work home with you.
no. It's like restraints that I do like myself. What do you mean? Oh, like me getting pissed on? You mean? Or you mean the restraints?
No, the restraints.
well, either if you have a
Pissed
better
on, no,
story.
I once like
He's like
no getting pissed on my feet was
this in
not.
his own mouth.
Also, I mean, like I said, it gets shitty. Another story was this kid was at another kid. I got called to assist. He was a poop smearer. So what I thought
Aren't those the worst?
Been
what I
there.
thought poop smearers did was they would just poop and then pick it up
like
and smear
finger
it.
paint with it.
Yeah, but how can you make yourself if you want to do that? Like, what if you say you want to do that right now? Can you poop right now? Like,
No, you
No.
gotta wait till
So
time's right.
they don't wait. They do it right away. So what he did was he went up in there with his own hand and pulled it out.
Oh my god!
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
he reached
He
into his
inseminated
own
himself.
His whole hand went in.
asshole.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't got a shit, but I got to paint.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was wild.
Nice. What did he paint?
He was just smearing it everywhere.
Oh.
Nothing nice. Picasso.
You ever seen the guy that? You ever seen the guy that shits shits the paint out.
Picasso.
It's like a
Rob's just throwing out episode titles left and right.
it's a big
The
sign for
old
mental illness.
Gluck
but-
Gluck, Poop Casso. Keep them coming, Rob. You're gonna give me a lot to choose from.
Yeah, that was something I'll never forget.
Way too big of a
took,
sip.
like 4 showers after that day at work.
Did you get it on you?
No, I didn't, but I was near it, and it's just enough to be like disgusted.
How'd it smell?
Exactly what you would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any good stories?
I just run into hoarders at work. I don't really have good stories. I think I'd have to think.
Nothing good
come
from the
back to me.
cleaners?
Come
Oh,
back to me.
years.
Come back to me.
My students say some crazy shit just
I'll
throughout the
think.
day sometimes. Off the top of my head, one student said the other day, we talked about Al Capone, and he said, I don't get it. He's white. How is he a gangster?
Oh,
It's like, it's...
kids say the darndest things, you know?
Another one said in the other class the other day, middle of a lesson, that he needs to start beating his meat with both hands because he needs all power, no weakness in both arms.
Okay.
I respect that.
I was like, how is this related to multi-step
That sounds
equations?
like some anime shit.
At least he has both hands. To, like we were just talking about. At least he has 2 hands to put on it. Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, that's what he said. And I was like, this
Seriously,
is
I
not
got,
related
like-
to multi-step equations.
I got
but
like a
thank you.
hand and up to my ring
Well,
finger. On
Maybe
the
he
other
meant,
one.
who would that
Oh,
happen
man.
to?
What?
ED.
Me, obviously. I'm
We
way
get it.
older
Kevin.
than
Would
you
that
guys.
happen to?
He's saying that because he knows it's happened to me before.
It wasn't an old joke, Andy. You're not old.
Here's what it is, guys. Move on.
Your birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
When is it?
March
What?
That's like a month away.
25th.
That's,
A little over a
never
month.
mind.
yeah.
I always think it's in the beginning of March for some reason.
It's not.
You sure?
Never been.
You have a source?
Are you
on that,
sure it
or-
didn't change ever?
You have a source?
been.
Or
I don't know. I think I got a slip at home that says.
all right, just checking.
But yeah, I'll be 31. It's fucking disgusting.
That's a big one.
What are you going to do? You going to go out or are you going to just stay home and
Bro, I barely did
Cry.
anything
Do
for
some
my
sewing?
30th.
Some
For my
sewing.
30th, we just went to the casino. You, me, and your brother got dinner and fucking
That was fun though.
played some cards. I mean,
That was a good dinner.
That's one of my favorite things to do is play poker. So it was ideal.
Should we do like a New York City club for like 31st to get a table,
No.
like firecrackers on some bottles?
No.
It took me till the firecrackers to know Rob was being sarcastic. Rob, can you tell the story about when we went to Montreal the first time?
The first time?
That,
That wasn't.
you know
wasn't
what
the first time.
dude, you just said firecrackers. You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about. So
I will fill them in where you either leave stuff out or
yeah, I'm not gonna.
or tell
So,
the wrong
all
story.
right. Pretty much Montreal. It's summer. It's August. I want to make that. I want to clarify that. Right
Yeah.
now. It's hot. It's
On
like,
the record.
It's hot. So we're going out. So me and
That does not excuse Cameron though, because we'll get there.
Okay, you know
Flag
what?
that.
We'll get there.
So it's hot, and so me and Cameron wear shorts because it's like hot. Like, you know, bigger guys. I was a lot bigger at the time too. I wore shorts. I got hot. Didn't want to sweat. We're out. We're at some bars, and then we go to this other place. Music.
This is like a club.
Yeah. It had a couple rooms. One was a club. Like, they were nothing special. Anyway, we're there.
Okay.
I'm a little salty.
Rob wants to make
I'm
that
a little,
clear.
I'm a little salty about it.
Oh, that's why.
So we get there and we're online, and so we're going in, and the guy's like, oh, I kind of like, we have a like a soft dress code policy. I was like, what does that mean? He's
Like, you can't
a
be
soft
hard.
dress code policy. What does that mean? Do you have a dress code policy or you don't? He's like, no, it's like a soft one. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Elaborate. He's like, I can't let you win because you have shorts on, but I can let you win if you buy a bottle. And I was like, fuck. And
Wait. This is where I jump in.
That's such a scam.
We were staying approximately 2 blocks away.
That's deep.
It was like a 10-minute walk, bro. It was a 10-minute walk.
Deep.
Okay.
question for the
Onward.
record. Question for the
Onward.
record, Matt. Have I ever walked anywhere?
Yeah, I think I've said on the podcast that
Yeah.
we go to the mall and like I'd park like a little far away, like kind of slightly far away
Ridiculous,
to the
ridiculous.
entrance, and Rob would be like, so do you want me to call an Uber or I'd be like, Rob, shut the fuck
Has
up,
Mel,
get
has
out.
Mel told the Toronto story about me on here?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
How
I
How you almost left there.
I didn't leave. I knew she was gonna get in. I knew she was gonna get in. I knew she was gonna get in the cab. Bullshit. I would have gotten out if she was actually gonna stay. But anyway, so the guy says,
We're 10-minute walk. Just look onward.
so he's like, all right, you have to buy a bottle. And I was like, fuck, all right. But we're already in line. Like, everyone's there. Like, I don't want to beat the vibe killer.
Rob turns to me.
Such a ripoff.
Rob turns to me, and Rob's like, yo, like, I'll just do it, dude. Like, for him and Cam are the only ones in shorts, first of all. And he's like, dude, like, I'll just do it. Just everyone just throw me like $20 or whatever. I'm like, no. Like,
Yeah.
I'll walk back with you, but I'm
Yeah.
not. Because I'm like a
Listen,
broke. I'm
listen,
like a
That's
broke college kid at the
such a
time.
ripoff.
Listen.
How
so-
much was the
even-
bottle?
All right,
Even
so they gave me
if
the
I was a
menu. So I said, I
millionaire,
buy the
Wasn't it
bottle.
like 200 bucks?
200 Canadian dollars, which is different because it's like 165 American when it came out of
Still.
my account. It was 10 times the cost of the actual bottle. It was a bottle of Smirnoff. It was the
Yeah,
cheapest bottle I
it
had.
was-
Yeah,
disgusting.
that's fucking
So
stupid.
So I give him the card and this
So
lady.
it was okay. Just let me hop in one more time. Rob is like, he says that to me. He's like, yo, like, just everyone just throw me like 20. It'll be fine. I'm like, you and Cam are the ones wearing shorts. I'll walk back with you, but I'm
alright,
not. And
but a lot-
Rob's like, all right, fuck it. I'll just buy it
But
then.
a lot of people drank from it, so that's why they threw me some money. Like Tom drank from it. Savino drank a lot from it.
Yeah, I definitely drank from it too.
Yeah, so
I don't remember if I threw you money. If not, there you go.
Yes. No, it's
You're drinking now.
It was worth the memory. So I gave her this lady the card. She takes me in. She's like, "What room do you want? Do you want the club room? You want the rap room? You want this room?" I'm like, "Just bring me to the rap room, please." So rocks me over there with everyone following me, and she's like, "Oh, do you want a table or do you want to stand at the bar?" I was like, "Well, I'd rather a place to sit. Can we take the table?" And she's like, "Oh, that's like $3,000." And I literally said, "There's no table in this country worth $3,000."
Oh, and we were like we were like one of the first like groups in there. Like there was people in there, but
There were people, but it was not.
But in that back room,
Yeah,
we were like one
there
of the
was
first
nobody.
groups in because it was early. Because the reason it's funny because the reason we went that early is because it was everyone was free, like no admission before like 11 or
and I paid
11:30.
$200 cover.
But then Rob ended up paying. We went for free admission, and Rob ended up paying $200.
And so they brought over this big tube.
That
and
was the night that Samino ended up under the.
under the
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
we'll get there.
So they bring me this big tube of like
forgot
cranberry.
that.
It's cranberry juice, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is what I paid $200 for fucking cranberry juice.
Yeah.
I'm like drinking it. I'm like depressed. And these like two girls. I don't know why two girls had to bring out one bottle, one normal bottle size.
They were holding above their
They were
head.
holding it above their head. It was like in this bucket. They had this big bucket of ice above their head.
And it had a
I-
sprinkler
and it was
on
just
it.
A little sprinkler, and it was cool. And then they put it down. It's just one.
Dude, we
like,
were all so
I-
hyped when they brought out. We were like, "Oh, the fucking sprinkler!"
It's one tiny little firecracker with one normal.
Oh my
size
god, I'm
bottle
gonna
Smirnoff.
send the video. I think I have it on my phone. I'll send it to my computer so
Oh,
we can see
man.
it.
I
haven't
hate
seen that.
club culture.
But I was
Like,
like, and then I get
That's
this.
that's because you're old.
No, like even
No, it's
even,
awful.
dude. I used to go to festivals and stuff.
It's like
and,
stressful.
and
It
like,
honestly is. Like setting it up and like preparing to go and like making sure you got a spot or a table. It's like stressful.
dude, like
Dealing with promoters, it's
that's the
not
thing.
fun.
That's the thing. I like going to. I used to go to electronic shows in
Yeah.
my mid 20s,
I-
like down in the city in Manhattan, and we would get VIP, but it would be like, oh, you get this wing here, and you drink for free.
Yeah.
And it's like $100 a person, and it's like, well, I was gonna drink $100, more than $100 in New York City, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
because it's so fucking expensive. So we were like, all right, we'll do
I can
that.
expose all you so bad right now.
It's not.
But like to buy a bottle that's for 10 times what it's worth, like
It's
you'll
ridiculous.
never see me do that. If I win the Mega Millions, I will never
I
do
was
that.
I was already a bit drunk, and I didn't want to kill the vibe of walking back and then going there. I didn't want to be that guy, so I bit the bullet.
I would have just fucking walked back, put on pants, and then
No.
walked
I
back
don't
by
even-
Why didn't you just
myself.
take
I
a
don't even-
taxi?
I don't even think I brought pants. It was August, guys. It was August. I don't even think I brought pants. And then
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's
it was hot. It was nighttime. It was still like 88 degrees.
yeah. But your line of there's not a table in this country worth $3,000.
I was so
that's
mad
great.
she offered that. I was like, is this a joke? $3,000?
Yeah, that's
even-
great.
Like if they said this in New York City, I'd be like, all right, yeah, like we're in New York City, I expect this, but I'm sorry, Canada. Like,
Yeah, that's a good line.
thank you. But yeah, then
That-
he brought the bottle out, and I was like hype, and then my dad made fun of me for a while. That's the Montreal Mall. I remember that place.
Yeah, so this is the night Rob was talking about, just so everyone has some context. Can I make this full screen?
God, that trip was something else, man.
Some people
Who
might.
films vertically.
I don't know what I'm gonna see on here. I'm kind of worried. Honestly.
This is my snap story from the night.
Everybody follow me on the snap, on the gram, and it's what time 53. Yo, we trying to get lit out here. It's beautiful.
This is Aaron.
Perfect. It's lit. Follow me.
Follow him on the gram, everyone.
I It's
Used to do that on
fucking
everyone's Snap
hilarious.
story all the time. Used to take their phones and post that shit constantly.
headphones.
I don't want to get in trouble for showing Cameron on the podcast. So
I was a lot bigger.
Rob was mad at this.
Oh, because we were walking. We were walking. Fuck that shit, man.
You know what the song I was playing was the song I played, Andy, was "Loving the Crew," and Rob was like, "You're so gay, dude."
Oh, this is what me and Tom fought over wine. At the
Oh,
restaurant.
we gotta tell this story now. We gotta tell this
We were
story.
at a restaurant and I ordered a glass of wine. Long story short, I asked for a side of ice and the waiter literally
No. You're making a long story way too short.
Okay, so I
Tom
ordered-
and Rob are arguing over putting ice in red
No,
wine.
but can I say what started the argument was that I ordered a glass of ice on the side, and the waiter literally looked at me and said, "I hope that's not going into the wine." And
no,
I
but
said,
that was after the argument.
no, this was before.
It was after
no, because
it.
I didn't even bring it up until I ordered it because the waiter started the fight between me and Tom, pretty much because the waiter said that, and then I was like,
But you and Tom had already talked about that on the trip for sure.
I don't
'Cause
think
you
so. I think
definitely
this
had
was
done
the-
it
the
before that.
catalyst of the event. No, I've never done it with. I do it with white wine constantly. And I still do it with red wine, but it wasn't like I never did it in front of people. Only red wine at home.
That's not
Time
how
out.
I remember.
For all of
it.
our faithful listeners, if you're gonna drink red wine and you want it chilled, you should freeze grapes beforehand.
That's really good. I've had that in restaurants. It's
Yes.
really good, but
Yes.
also like
and it
ice.
keeps the
Never.
wine cool, and then you have a little
Hi, Melly.
wine-filled grape.
Ice
to
and wine
snack
is
Hi,
not
Mel.
big of a deal.
She's ignoring
Hi,
me.
Mel. But so the waiter literally just said to me, "I hope that's not going into the wine." And I was like, "It is." And he's like, "No, you can't do that." And I was like, "I ordered a side of ice. You're gonna bring me a side of ice."
No,
Like,
he-
I live in a free country.
and then
Do what I
Tom,
tell
and then
you.
Tom was, Tom, of course. Tom was like, "Oh, I told you." Like,
I don't think Tom cared. I think he just wanted the
so this is after that. This is right after that.
You're like, I live in a free country.
Andy, this is right after that.
I was a lot bigger back then.
The caption is "They gon' throw hands, dead ass."
We were so mad.
I fucking love Klinger, dude.
I didn't drink wine
Or
at this
Tom.
point either. Look at Savino, dude.
This is the
Oh, so this is the bar.
that
Flag that for sure. Why were his eyes out?
because he was blacked out.
Yeah.
King of the North! King of the North! King of the North!
That's back when Game of Thrones was good.
I didn't watch Game of
King
Thrones
of
this
the
week
North.
either.
What we got? What we got? We got some bad. Yo, she went to
Notice how Savino isn't here anymore because Savino's
Oh yeah, Savino got
Savino-
context. Savino got kicked out of the bar, and since Aaron had a girlfriend, he offered to like volunteer tribute to like take him home.
30 minutes that we were at the bar too. It was 30 minutes. After.
Yeah,
Why'd he get kicked out?
because he was
he was like
drank
on the
too
floor.
much of it.
obliterated.
Too much of the free bottle that
Yeah,
rot.
dude.
That literally,
out.
yeah.
When yeah, he was like twerking on girls and stuff. It was so funny.
Oh, he said that's his go-to
Yeah.
thing. Like,
When we got back to the apartment,
Well, there, it's in here. It's in
oh,
here.
it's in here.
Yeah. So
because we shared a bed that
So
that
Aaron,
whole week.
I was just gonna set it up. So Aaron, brought him back, but Aaron ended up falling asleep, and me and Tom were the first ones back into the apartment. You'll see that in this video. And we find Savino.
in front of us. You know what we got in front of us? We got a couple of baddies.
What is that gray colored shirt he's wearing buttoned up all the way?
What you see? I see them baddies.
We're walking in the streets of Montreal for the listeners, and Cameron's saying that right in front of these girls. Oh, so this is we got back. Me and Tom just got back, and this is Savino on the bed. Throw up coming out of his mouth.
Throw up all over.
Like your head's fat. But you can't sleep with your head like that.
This is iconic. He's dead.
I mean, dude, that's for being hammered. That's like
That's that.
I'm so glad I filmed this. This is the next morning. This is the next morning. He rolled around his throat, dude.
We shared that. Me and Savino shared that bed the whole weekend, pretty much the whole week.
Dude, I was mad. He wasn't hungover. I was mad.
I mean, he got it all out. But for being so drunk, that's such a considerate move when you're sharing a bed with someone to not just hop in bed and throw up all over the bed. Like if you know you're gonna throw
You guys-
up and
you
he
guys shared
falls
a
asleep
bed?
under
whole
the
week.
bed,
I thought you were. Wasn't there another bed in that room?
There was, and Aaron and someone else was in it.
Oh,
dude, that's
Akshay.
such a considerate
Yeah.
move though. When you're blacked out to be like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm not gonna get on the bed. I'm gonna get under it.
I don't. We can try to think you went that, but I think he just kind of like fell on the floor. I think it's more what's happening.
Kinda
Andy's
like-
giving
it's
him the
kinda-
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You're nice.
It's kind of like my my Christmas party fucking falling asleep half on the bed, feet on the floor.
Babe, you could put volume. Oh, you're sharing it? Sorry.
Proceed.
No, I wasn't saying anything. You were. Sorry.
No, I finished. Anyway.
Montreal was a movie.
I'm gonna see if I can find any other good stuff in here from that.
Toronto.
I wish I went with you guys because that's like when I first started becoming friends with you guys. But I didn't like know you guys
We
that
binge
well.
watched the entire. Stranger Things had just come out that week, and we binge watched the entire thing there.
For the record, I didn't watch with them.
I don't know what you did. I forgot.
Got
We were all
vertigo
super
or something,
hungover.
I think.
We were all.
Are we doing another
That was
guys
Toronto.
trip
That
this
was
summer?
Toronto.
by
Hell
the
yeah,
way?
that was so fun.
The one in Pennsylvania was.
Oh, tell the
more-
story. Tell the story
more
about
fun than the other one. The other one was alright.
what was the other one?
The
Laconia?
biker
Yeah.
weekend, but like
Well,
being on a lake.
the vibes was
like,
the vibes was so good. We were right
Yeah.
on the lake, and like playing poker like
on the lake.
on the lake was dope.
Bro, I shotgunned like 13 beers before
Yeah.
we went out. We were playing poker, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna. So I shotgunned a couple beers before we started, and we played for like
I could
an
probably
hour
pull
and a
that
half.
up too.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna shotgun a beer every time I drag in a pot, like every time I win a hand. And they were like, yeah, all right. And I like brought down a 12 pack.
Motherfucker actually did it.
Every time I won a hand, I fucking. It was one of those days where like you ever like been in the mood to drink, and like beers start going
you
down
get the
easy.
mental, you get the mental preparation for it.
Beers
Yeah.
are going
Yeah.
down easy, and it's like, all right. And then I like told them that because I shotgunned 2 beers, and I was like, oh, it's on. Like today's one of those days. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna shotgun a beer every time I drag in a pot, and they're like, yeah, all right. And I was like, no, this is happening. It was bad.
That was actually the trip where you helped me discover the wonders of Pedialyte, remember?
Oh yeah.
And I woke up the next day and I felt amazing. Because Andy has this thing where you drink it before too, right?
Yeah, I drink one when I get back.
I think that's the key. No,
Yeah.
we drank one before we started drinking, I think. Oh no. Yeah, we drank
We
one.
drank it when we got back,
and then in the
we
morning.
had that frozen pizza we made
Right.
that we drank the Pedialyte with, and then you drink one when you wake up, and it actually kind of helps.
Where did we go first? Laconia we went first, right? Oh, was that even last year? It was the year before.
No, we went to Pennsylvania and then we went to Laconia.
Was it all last year though? No. couldn't have been.
Jimmy still owes me $50 from that first trip.
Oh, yeah.
I lent him $100. He like paid me $50 one time, and then he was like, I know I owe you 50 more.
Still
This
haven't
was like
gotten it?
3 years ago.
Who's that?
Never forget.
Jimmy.
Tell the story about when we called the strip club. When Cam called the strip club.
Cam.
We were
called-
considering.
Yeah, we were considering going to a strip club, and Cam calls them, and he was like, "Hey,
This is in the wait. Just to give some context, this is the middle of fucking nowhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's like there's
The biggest town was what was the biggest town that we ended up going into to go to Duncan? Just to go to Duncan, we had to go into like
Carbondale.
Carbondale. So if that gives any context,
Yeah, and which is like not a big city at all.
and
Carbondale?
it's pretty
Yeah.
pretty shitty
It's-
city
it
anyway.
sounds like a
And we were
farming
like
town.
what 25 30 minutes away from there. So first off, Cam he looks up strip clubs near us,
That's-
and one of them
yeah,
was called
sounds like
Uncle Spiggy's Shrimp and Titties, and we were like, so yeah, that's where we're going.
Wait, that's really
We-
what it was called?
Yeah,
Yes.
we need to
Uncle Spiggy?
Uncle Spiggy's Shrimp
we were
and
looking up
Titties.
reviews, and one of
And
the reviews was like, I was having a blast and the shrimp was delicious until 2 hours later I was sweating profusely and vomiting my throat. Like, it was so fucking funny.
So yeah, we were like, yeah, this is definitely where we're
Like,
going tonight.
Yeah,
And
but it ended up being
it
closed.
it
Like,
got closed down, probably for health inspections reasons.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Cam calls this other place and he's like, "Hey, do you guys have a dress code?" And the guy was like, he laughed at Cameron and he was like, closed."
Cameron had him on speaker, bro. We were all fucking dying laughing.
So we were like, all right, like
This was our.
there's gonna be more teeth or more tits than teeth at this place because we're in the middle of nowhere and So yeah, we just cut that off real quick.
This was our house, Kev. It wasn't like the nicest house, but look at that view.
I mean, it was kind of for an Airbnb. It was kind of cool. It wasn't a trap house.
No. But I'm saying it wasn't like really updated. It was nice.
But yeah, for a
Dude,
weekend with the guys.
in Jimmy's bedroom.
Oh my god,
dude!
So it was carpeted, by the way. His bedroom was carpeted, and there was just a fucking toilet in his bedroom.
Wait,
with
what do you mean?
With
carpet
around it,
like so actual functioning toilet.
Yeah.
Like what was it? A prison cell?
Yeah. With
the carpet.
With
Dude,
do you want a carpet near the toilet ever? No.
Did someone use it? Please tell me.
No, I told Matt, I was like, dude, I'm gonna get blacked out tonight, and
someone definitely used it.
I was like, I'm gonna wait until Jimmy falls asleep, and then I'm gonna go in there and just take a vicious shit like while he's sleeping.
All right, Uncle Spiggy's.
Uncle Spiggy's.
According to these two reviews, not bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they said the shrimp was really good. Apparently.
Well, this guy says
it was closed down, so we were like, fuck.
This guy says the manager is a slumlord and treats his employees like crap. I also saw a mattress in his office, which makes me believe he's living in there. I was there for Tuesday, which had DJ Shroomin Newman playing all the classics.
What are they, a Dr. Seuss book?
All the classics.
My waitress Hannah gave 5-star service and was especially nice to my friend Dave. The shrimp was good, but the women dancing that night were subpar. Would return.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like if that place was open, yeah, we would have gone to the strip club. But the fact that we were in the middle of nowhere and the other place was like closed for dress code, we were like, nah, this place is gonna suck.
Is that Ryan?
No, that's Jimmy. So this is the room setup we're talking about. That's Cameron taking a piss. Look at this fucking room, bro.
Who farted?
Oh, wait, what?
It has a full sink and like a medicine cabinet.
Yeah, and like a fucking bedroom.
Where's the toilet though?
Behind that little curtain.
Okay,
There's like a fucking. You know what that curtain is? It's the fucking, for the listeners, it's the curtain in the fucking nurse's office in elementary school.
Yeah, you could pull it closed while you're taking a dump while your fucking partner's in. Like that's gonna help anything. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was the weirdest room. Like we fucking went upstairs to all pick our rooms when we got there, and we're like, what the fuck? Why is there a toilet in this one?
So Matt and I were like, no. We're going across the
Especially knowing Andy.
Yeah.
His fucking stomach. I don't want to be anywhere near that shit.
Oh man. That weekend was so much fun though.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy was swimming in a lake. It was a lake. It was pretty big. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna swim to the other side and back." And we're like, "Dude, you're gonna drown."
It was like, for context for our locals, it was probably like the size of Whaley, like a cross.
Yeah. And we're like, "Dude, you're gonna drown." And he starts swimming, and I was like, "No, don't,
don't do it,
no.
Jimmy."
Did he do it?
He got like a quarter of the way and came back, which is impressive. But
yeah, that was good. That was good vibes. And the people that were hosting us, they actually lived next door, and they used like that house that we stayed in for like family and shit. And the first night that we got there, we just like got really drunk and like played cards inside the house. And the room that we played cards in, it was like very echoey, and we were on a lake.
It was like a
glass.
It was like a porch.
It was like a
sunroom kind of thing.
Porch.
A sunroom.
Not even
sunroom.
Yeah.
All glass, all windows, and then we're on a lake too, so it's gonna be even more echoey. And we hadn't met them because we got there. What?
Yeah, we all left like Friday after.
Not this
work.
shit again. This is that WestCon shit.
WestCon, I forgot about that, man.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was. I guess we were being loud because we got drunk and we were just screaming shit about poker and whatnot. And we got there pretty late, so we hadn't met the hosts yet, and we didn't even know they lived next door. I don't think I even knew. And so the next morning, me and Andy are going golfing, or were we coming back? I think we're coming back.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we're coming back from golfing, and
that was a shit show, by the way, golfing, because they just got a huge
rainstorm,
rainstorm like 2 days, and we go out on the golf course. We got like stuck at one point in our cart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was trying to find my ball at one point, and it sunk like 3 feet.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I know I hit it in the fairway.
The mud like literally ate it. Yeah, so we come back and the next door neighbor is like right outside, and then like they start walking over towards us, and they're like, "Hey, we're the hosts or whatever." And then I don't really remember exactly. They were really really cool about it, but they kind of like subtly were like,
they were like, "We got other neighbors. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
kind
but
of,
they didn't
like
say it like
really
that.
nice about it.
yeah, they were like, "Yeah, like so our neighbor last night on the other side was kind of like giving us shit because they said that our guests were kind of loud." He was like, we didn't hear anything, but and we're not trying to be assholes basically, but yeah, if you guys could just kind of keep it down. He's like, "Were you guys playing poker? Someone said they heard something about," and we're like, "How the fuck?" He literally said that.
He's like, "I'm pretty sure I heard somebody get sucked out on."
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I love you, God. Have you guys ever seen that video?
I don't know.
Oh man, one weekend Matt and I went to the casino, and I
can pull that up,
video.
too.
I showed him this video of this like
Pop lock.
yeah, Jesus Christ pop lock, like Cholo pop lock or something it is on YouTube.
Dude, that was probably the funniest shit at the casino. Like,
Yeah, it's that one.
Of the devil, put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword,
you got to tell the full story about like
of the
sucking,
Spirit,
like
which is the word of God.
sucking out.
Jesus Christ. So put on the armor of God. Jesus Christ. We love you, God. So we do it for God. Jesus Christ. Belt of truth. Jesus Christ. So we do it for. We love you, God. Chestplate. Jesus Christ of righteousness. We love you, God.
This is like
This is a banger song.
entrance into heaven, right?
So we're at the casino, Matt and I showed him this
Trying to find
video.
it.
I showed him this video, and I was we're in our hotel room, and I'm fucking pop locking and being like, Jesus Christ. And then we're like talking about it, and I was like, dude, you're going to hear me at my table after I get sucked out on in the poker room. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's fucking gut shot.
Pop locking Cholo for Jesus. That's good.
Oh, man. We've had some good times over the years.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm wearing that shirt right now, actually.
I'm trying to pull this up. It was so fucking funny. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Oh, he was trying to hide it at one point. Let's see.
Got a little nervous.
Well, I didn't want him videoing me pop locking or dropping.
Or dropping for that matter.
Yeah.
For Jesus.
Oh, he's got a few videos.
Hell yeah. There was one point where he's in the bathroom just doing it. You just
Love you, God.
He's trying to brush his teeth.
stomping on our enemies. And he's not even looking at me.
You really get into your teeth brushing.
Jesus Christ! You got that?
Dude, we must have said this 1,000 times that trip.
I mean, the video's great.
Hell yeah. What the fuck?
Love you, cool.
This was like we had already been at the casino at this time for a night already, so we were so delusional already.
Yes.
No, we're running on like 3 hours of sleep, and we had been up for about 24 hours.
Is this the good one? I guess.
Dude, if I get stuck out on
Yep.
him, like, there's my stack. I already know he is. And you heard me from across the poker room, like, Jesus Christ! How fucking hard would you lose it?
Oh my
We're wearing the same shirt right now.
Jesus Christ! You had a gunshot!
You had a gunshot! Dude, when me and Eddie go to the casino, it's like the fucking best ever.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing like more fun. I swear to God.
It gets because we're always like sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Because we go straight from work.
That's why I love
and
going
we
to
play
Foxwoods.
right when we get there.
And we
then
play till like
it's-
3, 4 a.m.
Yeah, and then we get like fucking 5 hours of sleep maybe, and then we get up
Yeah,
to play
no.
more cards, and it's just fucking delusional. And we've always
Like, we're
got,
already-
like,
we're-
inside jokes that we're just
We're
fucking
already
spewing.
laughing at fucking like one time. I think it was that same trip. We're just fucking just rip ass.
No, it's the chair.
One time we're just sitting there like laying in bed, like getting ready to go back to the casino, and Andy pulls out the Bible from like the drawer, like the, and just starts reading the Bible. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Shit is funny.
Yeah,
We gotta
we
do that
always
again
we
soon.
always get kind of goofy.
Jesus Christ.
It's just that like we should go to resorts together though, just because it's so easy and we can come home the same night.
But it's so much more fun staying.
yeah.
Like, look at that. Look at that video.
No, we've definitely had fun at Foxwoods. Like that one time you were playing that's my chair.
Roulette.
This just
Roulette,
started.
yeah.
Oh,
This
that's
is
a good
new.
story.
Yeah.
That's a good
This hasn't
story.
happened at all until right now. Like this
An hour
is
and
Well, I
6
haven't.
minutes.
Yeah, I haven't been.
That's a good
fiddling
story.
around. So Matt
I lost big in poker.
Matt lost big in poker.
Like $400 or $500. I
And
think
he was
500
like,
bucks.
he was like, yo, I'm either gonna have like a really shitty night or I'm gonna be really happy right now. He's like, I'm gonna take out 500 and put it on black.
classic move.
And I was like, all right, like I'll go with you. And every time Matt plays roulette, I root.
No, well, this
against
is
him.
this is where it started though.
Yeah.
This is where it started.
So I root against him, and it always works out. So Matt like puts 500
Spoiler
on
alert.
black, and yeah, spoiler alert. So I'm like red, green,
dude, as the
As
fucking
the
thing's
fucking
spinning,
thing's spinning,
I'm like, are you serious?
I'm like, come on, red, green, red, green. He's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm about to be down $900, and it comes up black, and we start going nuts and
Yeah,
stuff.
dude, that was so crazy. That
Yeah.
was a good trip too. That was the first trip where you did the, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna play poker.
Yeah. So I was in the bathroom for that, and there's a bunch of us.
It
in
was
the- in the
me,
room.
Jimmy, Dylan, I think Cam, and Chase Beebe. Yeah, he used to come to my house to play cards.
Yeah,
he's a
I
big
remember
poker
that.
player.
He's a
I remember
poker
that.
player. So
That's
I'm
how
in the
me and him
bathroom,
started
I'm
hanging
taking
out
a piss,
until he moved.
and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with these guys, and I like,
We
tried
like
to-
just had gotten checked in, and we were like getting ready to go back to the casino.
yeah, and I was like trying to sound like I was like kind of sick or something, and like didn't feel good, so I tucked my dick between my legs, and I was like, guys, like I don't know
And
if I
it's-
can play cards tonight. Like I might just stay in.
And it's
they
coming
were
from
like-
Andy. So me and Cam were like, oh, here we go. He's gonna need a nap or something.
Yeah.
Like,
They were like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you're not going to come out with us? And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really feel good. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to play cards because my dick fell off. And I fucking pulled my pants down and my dick stuck between my legs. And everybody lost their shit.
that was so funny.
So, yeah, when you were playing roulette, though, and you had a fuck ton of money in front of you, and you're like, all right, let's just play roulette a little longer. And I was like, all right, like, I'll hop on with you. And I, like, go to give the dealer a couple $100, and I've got a dip in. And, like, the floor guy comes over, and he's like, if you're going to be playing, like, you can't have that in your mouth. And I was like, well, I guess
he had the money. The money was on the table still.
Yeah.
The cash is right on the
Yeah.
table.
well, it's a couple $100. Like, casino wants that. And I was like, well, I guess I want my dip more than you guys want
And he
my
like
money.
snatches the money back up.
Yeah, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
The way he said it was so perfect. He was like, I guess I want my dip more than you guys want my money.
And I just like walked away from the guy.
Yeah.
The guy was like, all right, I guess I'm getting fired tonight.
Yeah, they're like expecting you to just take it out.
That's what your story before reminded me of when you were like, there's no table in Canada worth that much money.
Yeah. Good times at the casino.
What casino were we at when we made what's his name buy a room that night?
Oh, that was before we turned 21. That
Yeah,
was
that's a long time
Turning
ago.
Stone.
Yeah,
was a good time.
None of us threw money for that room.
Well, this kid used to terrible poker player, somehow always won.
Is this a
daddy
kid from here?
the daddy, the nameless.
Daddy.
This was like was it just us three?
It was us.
First
three,
off,
Cam.
remember when?
And and Dylan was there.
I don't
too.
think Cam was there, was he?
I think he was. I think because all of us.
Oh
squeezed
yeah,
in
we were
and
gonna stay in
drove.
we were gonna stay
go-
in Albany. We were gonna drive back to Albany.
yeah.
First off, remember when we saw him for like 2 weekends straight after not seeing him for 3 years, and we thought it was going to become a thing that he was going to hang out
He said
again?
it was going to be a thing.
Yeah, but I kind of knew.
And
that.
I haven't seen him since.
Haven't heard anything. Nope.
Yeah, well, the other day I
Rest in
actually
peace.
he actually liked my picture. He always likes my shit. And I'm like, but he's not allowed to talk to me. So he liked my shit the other day, and I DM'd him on Instagram. Like he actually liked something from the podcast page. So I DM'd him and said, "Grr," and he said, "Miss you, bro." And I said, "You MIA or KIA?" And he goes, "Both." I'm like, dude, it's funny, but like, what's wrong with you, bro? Anyway, I don't want to give this kid the time of day.
So here's another story about him.
We made him pay $500 for that room.
Well, he won. That was the thing.
He won money.
He
and-
won all that in poker, and then basically broke even by.
And none of us threw him a single cent.
Well, I lost in poker, so fuck that.
I think I broke even. I still didn't toss him a single cent.
Well, we were in college at the time too. He was working,
True.
and he's.
I'm
hey, I'm
sure he
not.
could use that
I'm
money
not mad
nowadays. He's got 7 kids. And R.I.P., buddy.
We gotta get him back down.
He said that he wants to be a special guest on the podcast, and then he goes before I even responded. He goes, if I'm ever allowed." I'm like, okay.
That Airbnb talk reminded me of my first ever Airbnb experience. I did an Airbnb when Airbnb was like maybe 3 months on the market. Like it was brand new.
Really?
I did one in Brooklyn. I had no idea. I went to a
I
concert.
feel like the whole idea seems sketchy at first.
It
though.
was 100% sketchy. I had no idea what it was. I went down to the city in Brooklyn to see a concert with Akshay and like his friend. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got an Airbnb." I'm like, "What the fuck's an Airbnb? What was that? Like, can we just find a hotel?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "No, an Airbnb. It's like you rent this person's apartment." I was like, "We're renting someone's apartment, like someone who lives there. That's a weird, dude." He's like, "No, they're not there. And, like, you just stay there." So we show up. It's like this Brooklyn apartment, and the she's like 22, and she's there the whole time. It's like this tiny apartment because it's Brooklyn. And she's literally just there the whole time, just sitting on the couch while we're just sitting on the couch the whole time for
weird.
hours because we were like pre-gaming. And she was like, "Yeah, so when are you guys going to be home?" And we're like, "I don't know, like late." And she's like, "All right, just don't be too much noise. I'll be asleep." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like,
this is early on in Airbnb because nobody stays in their place.
I think we
after
were
they
her
rented it
first
out.
ever. And like, this was like Airbnb came, I remember because I looked it up when we were there. And this was like August, and it had just like became an app and stuff like that June. Like it was literally 3 months old.
Well, some Airbnbs are like that, or like you have a private room.
Yeah, like but they detail that.
Right.
Now it's like so
Right.
much more in depth. Back then it was just like it's an apartment.
Right.
It was so weird.
True.
Like in a closet, pretty much, just with this like random girl. It was weird.
I was like, why don't we just get a hotel?
That's literally what I said. I was like this sounds sketch. Like we're someone's apartment.
So anyway, Jack's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but he's rich.
YNS.
He's rich, yeah.
YNS.
Hey, Jack, if you listen to this, I don't believe you that you were actually going to tell us that money was fake.
It feels so obviously fake now that it's just like.
But it
sitting here.
looks real, though.
Yeah, it looks real because
Mel.
But he didn't like show it to us. Like
Especially the back. The back
How-
doesn't say anything on it. Like
How impressed were you by Jack's money? Not at all. Not even a little bit.
like the front, like
Not
it
a-
says copy on it.
He's
and it says
throwing
copy
those
here,
hunters out,
and
not a
then
single
like it
part of you
says
is
like
like,
this is not legal
"I
tender, like
need
very
you in my
slightly.
mouth."
But the back doesn't say anything.
the
like
worst
that.
part about it is that he bought that.
Poor guy.
He paid money, real money.
He has an Amazon Prime membership to get 2-day shipping on this.
I don't know, I
yeah,
thought it was-
yeah.
I need my fake money in 2 days or less.
It was pretty cool. I thought.
This is
It says get out of jail free money. Free because it's fake and it doesn't actually cost them anything.
it feels,
Oh, maybe that's what he meant. He paid 10,000 of those dollars
Yeah.
to get out, to get his bail.
That's probably why he got arrested in the first place.
oh, it says,
Yeah.
it says motion picture use on the back.
Yeah.
That's the loophole.
Like, they look real from here.
Yeah, because you can't see the tiny words that say like copy or motion picture use.
Yeah.
Can I see that?
But when you feel it, like you immediately know it's fake.
When he first started throwing them out, Mel was like, "Was it just payday or?" I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it says copy up here.
Yeah. These ones say like where it says like legal tender, it says this note is not legal tender for all motion picture use only.
I heard like rappers do shit like that.
That's not
A
surprising.
lot of rappers do that. Like they'll take pictures.
Oh, the
with,
names are different too.
they'll take pictures with that like fake money.
It says Rosetta on it instead of Andrew
We
Jackson.
should do that. We should buy fake money and be like, wow, such a successful podcast.
Yeah. I
Bet-
wonder how much it is. We could just put mounds of it like
Just
up on the shelf.
everywhere.
We should. That's
it
what we
up.
should do. Like
Look
buy
it
the
up.
TV.
Go on Amazon.
Buy the TV. We should just.
Please don't.
Yeah, see how much this costs. I want to know how much he spent on this.
I bet all you losers wish you had a successful podcast like we've got. All 6 listeners. $12.
$10,000 is $18.
That was his bail. Was $18.
Yeah, there's a $100 bills for $12.
That's 10 grand too, right?
Yeah, all in hundreds.
Yeah. So it's like
Get like 3 of those and just stack them up. That's a lot of money. Fake money.
that one is more obvious though. 'Cause it's got the red. See that?
Yeah, but if it's like in a stack, you're not gonna see that.
Yeah.
You can't do that second one because that's the old bill. Just DM him and ask him, hey, can you send me the Amazon link for the fake money you bought?
The fact that he went on and bought it though, it like cracks me up. That cracks me up. He must have bought this one.
You know what he should have been doing with that money?
This one.
Paying off debts. We'll touch
Do
on
you
that
know
in a
something
second.
about? Do you know something that I don't know?
Not yet. Not yet. I don't.
Okay.
Last
Not
week,
Jack,
until
you're
he's
gonna have
back.
some explaining to do when you come back on. As per Kevin.
last week I saw a 1934 $1,000 bill up for auction.
Oh really? That's
Went-
pretty cool.
Went for like $3,000.
Well, if Jack's the auctioneer, don't buy it.
Pretty fake.
$1,000 bill.
Yeah, from like 1934, because they're illegal to have. You're supposed to turn them in.
They're illegal to have? Is that what
You're supposed to, because they're not commissioned anymore. So like back in the 30s, you're supposed to like turn them in to the bank, and they would like exchange.
When
it.
did they? When they stopped using them?
I think it wasn't long after 30. I think they were very short lived, and it was on Pristine. This is a site I use now for like where I do a lot of bidding on auctions, Pristine auctions, and I just got a Rob Gronkowski signed football on there for like $100 on an auction.
Wow.
It's authenticated.
I won't be impressed until you get an Aaron Hernandez football.
Shit. I
Yeah,
wish.
Aaron Hernandez
are-
signed Noose.
Yeah, those are out of production.
Or asshole?
Yeah, or that.
Those
Oh,
are out
it
of
was
production.
1969.
They're not making those anymore.
1969, they stopped issuing the $500,000, $5,000, $10,000 bill.
There was a $500 bill too.
Yeah,
$10,000 bill.
yeah.
Imagine that. You go to a strip club.
Just one $10,000 bill.
They're all fighting. It's like fucking fumble.
You ever see the video of 50 Cent picking his money back up in the strip club?
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Did you
So
see the
funny.
video of the strip club from Miami Super Bowl weekend? And it was the floor. It was literally like it was like
Oh,
up to their
yeah.
ankles in money.
Yeah.
Like they were walking, and it was like walking a pool of money.
I did see that. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
How did
You
they
like need to
split
take
that?
a broom to it.
Yeah,
It's
It's a
like
lot of
whoever's
time.
on stage at the time, I think splits
yeah.
because there was 2 girls
There was
on
tons.
the stage.
There was tons of videos of just like all the celebrities from that weekend just at this one strip club, and there was like literally every big name like star was there. Like there was videos of Demi Lovato, Julian Edelman. even like
I think
bunch
the
of
last place
singers.
Demi Lovato needs to be is a strip club,
Yeah,
if you ask
yeah.
me. But
those long sleeves singing the national anthem, hiding those marks.
oh,
Oh, I didn't think about that. You think that's it?
I mean,
probably.
apparently she's clean though.
It's Miami.
Yeah, she says that every
alright,
year,
who
and
was-
then every year she's singing
Who's-
at the Grammys because she just overdosed.
Who wears long sleeves in Miami? Who wears long sleeves? Exactly.
Good point.
Yeah.
Is this like a thing?
Yes.
Is this a conspiracy going on?
No, she's like known.
No, yeah, I mean,
No,
she
I mean,
could've
like, this-
relapsed for
this-
sure.
Oh, I don't know. But that's the reason she wore. I don't know. It's just a
Like, you
joke,
could be
but,
onto something.
It could be a real thing. Yeah.
Well, she definitely relapsed like recently because that's why she performed at the Grammys because it was like supposed to be the sentimental thing because she wrote the song 4 days before she overdosed or whatever.
What, the national anthem?
Yeah.
No, that was at the Super Bowl.
Sorry, I'm
That
friends
was
with
who wrote
Scott
it.
Key.
That
Watch me
was-
shoot this dope.
That was at the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the Grammys.
Huh.
But
That's good.
she got kind of swollen up a little bit. I noticed.
I mean
Also,
fat.
yeah.
I mean fat.
No, she looks like she had
Like an
an
allergy?
allergic reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Bee stings or
Really?
something. Her whole body just went it's like Muscle Bob buff pants, you know? SpongeBob's blowing up his
That's what I was
muscles.
thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking of something from SpongeBob. I couldn't remember.
Poor girl. You know, I think that dog food's supposed to help you stay light. That H, bro.
Oh,
You
Well-
recommending some more?
that's how we know.
To
we're
her, yeah,
that's how we
yeah.
know she's clean now.
You gotta
She's
keep your career
she's
going.
swolled up.
She's puffy. That's good. What time we got? 8:45. What do we got on
Fight
the
time?
fight?
Prelim still, right?
Let me see.
And do you watch any of the
I can put it
XFL
on
today?
here actually.
Watch any of the XFL?
No,
No.
for sure.
Rob's a
I
big
don't even
fan,
watch
huh?
NFL.
I think XFL. You know, I don't want to be the first to say it, but I'll be the first to say it. It's better than the NFL. I said it.
I don't
What?
watch the
I
NFL.
said it on the record.
So
Is that just because the Patriots are going to be bad now?
They're not going to be bad. But they're not going to be bad.
Is that because you can get a running start as a receiver before the?
Oh, the kickoffs. You mean? They changed the rules. It's a lot of different rules. So on the kickoffs,
I thought like
so
last I saw of XFL, you
this was
could
a long time ago.
get a running start as a receiver.
No, maybe that was in
and
the,
they
back
were like,
in the
"Hi,
90s.
You were still behind the line,
Yeah.
but you could get a running start as a receiver.
That might have been in the 90s. This was the first day it reopened.
No, you're thinking of Blitz, the video game.
It's kind of like that. It's
I remember
faster-paced.
that.
I've
But-
ruined a few friendships over that game, but
Dude, you used to be
anyways.
able to go off sides.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
You
Break the
just
rules, just
Sack
punch
every
people.
time. You could just
Yeah.
sack them every time.
But no, their new kickoff rule is that when they kick the ball, the guy so they're not like running when they kick it. The kicking team isn't running.
yeah,
they're
'cause
lined up.
You're
There's
gonna kill someone.
10 of them are lined up 5 yards apart from each other at like the 25-yard line, 30-yard line, and they're 5 yards apart from the entire team. They're lined up, and they're not allowed to move until the receiver catches the ball, and then he runs, and then they block each other. So that no one's getting like hit full on sprint, and it's like it leaves for a lot of openings. It's like pretty exciting, and then the whole extra point thing is different too. Now they don't kick for extra points. You can go for 1 point from the 2-yard line, 2 points from the 5-yard line, or 3 points from the 10-yard line after every touchdown.
That's pretty cool. I don't give a fuck about football in any form, though.
Vince McMahon knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I feel like you just listened to everyone bitching on Twitter for like 3 years.
Wait,
and then,
he owns it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh shit.
John Cena's starting QB for the Tampa Bay.
We might have to go to a New York
Pterodactyls.
Guardians game and tailgate
Where do they play?
at MetLife.
Really?
Yeah, they play at MetLife.
Is it same dimensions, like field dimensions and everything?
Yeah, same field dimensions. Then tickets are like $30.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I'm big on football. That's like all my Twitter is. I just talk to random people from around the country about football. I think I follow like maybe like a dozen people from around locally now. It's just all random people.
Do you still follow me?
Yeah, yeah.
Barely. You're next to be
Yeah.
caught.
You remain inactive though. I gotta make my ratio good. But yeah, it's literally just I interact with like random people from all over the place and just talk football. My mutuals. That's the-
Hockey's where it's
once
at.
I get enough followers, I'll be like pretty famous. I gained 100 followers this week.
What are you, us?
Wow.
It's just Twitter. Sport Twitter. You gotta do the follow trains. They have follow trains where you just like retweet and like, then you comment back IFB, I follow back, and then people follow you. That's the trick.
Oh, so you're
whoring yourself out.
I'm not saying I'm gay, but
You're
I'll say I'm a
whoring
faggot.
yourself out.
I'm not gay, but I'm a faggot.
It's like that South Park episode about faggots. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
And
It's the
like
bikers,
the
right?
bikers. Yeah.
It's the Matts.
And they keep calling them
his dad.
fags.
yeah.
The Morrisons of the world.
Yeah. The bikers taking a piss.
Motherfucker, you ride a bike. What the fuck?
Yeah, but have you seen the episode?
Not a hog.
Oh,
Is
It's
that what
all
you're saying?
it's all these fucking
No,
dudes
it's
on their
great.
Harleys.
Yeah. Because like bikers are always revving their shit. And so South Park made an episode about it. And it's like they just want attention because they're revving their shit. So they're like in a restaurant all at a table, and one of the guys goes to take a piss, and he's pissing in between two guys, and they're not paying attention to him. So he's like, like right in their faces, and they look at him, and he's like, all right, like
They literally roll up on the bikes while it's making noise, and they're doing that at the same time.
It's pretty
it's
good.
a fucking great episode.
That is pretty good.
I don't think I'm getting a new bike this year now.
No.
Nah, Mariah was giving me some shit. 'Cause
Oh,
we're
I
like,
thought you meant because of that.
no, we're like trying to save for a house. So she's like, you really don't need a new bike. I might buy Bobby's old
Fiscal
bike. Actually.
responsibility, absolutely ridiculous, right?
Unbelievable.
I
Yeah.
can't stand
Who's
it.
Bobby?
Bobby
Bobby Flood.
Ferrante.
He has a bike?
Yeah, he's got it's like an 06 Harley something, but he doesn't ride it anymore.
What kind, you don't know what it is?
Hold up, he sent it to me the other day.
While he's looking that up, what's our summer trip this year?
I would.
Everyone's been saying Vegas. That's what Canada's saying.
That's a bit aggressive.
That is aggressive. I would like to go to that same exact house. That'd be so dope.
In
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. Do you still have the coordinates of that, or what? The deets?
I don't know.
It's probably on your Airbnb account.
Oh, 6,900 miles?
Nice.
Oh, it's a sporty, right?
Yeah.
69.
That's
Is
the
it
thing, though,
12?
dude. A lake.
How come he doesn't have it up here?
Would you go
Yeah,
this
I'd go.
summer? You
Oh,
What?
XL.
for like a weekend trip
Oh
to
yeah,
an Airbnb on a lake?
I'd do that.
Dude, we had a lot
guys
of fun.
only.
I want to do a trip like that, but like take my bike.
Is this a 1,200
I
or
mean,
8?
you can.
Yo, is this a? Yo, we should.
12,
Yeah. It is a 1,200.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'll drive
see
my
it,
Honda
but-
Accord.
You should
Oh,
get a
yeah.
bike.
Yeah, I got my Optima.
I gotta buy a new car this year, so probably won't because my Honda's a lease and it's up.
Yeah,
and
I
need
would buy it.
four-wheel drive.
What is he gonna give it to you for? 4?
Yeah, but that's only if he doesn't sell it for 45.
time is it?
What does that mean?
So he's got it listed now. So if nobody
What
wants
time
to
is it?
buy it,
Yeah, no one's gonna buy it right
8:53.
now.
we'll see.
Wrong.
But
How's
my
that
bike,
wrong?
I could sell it for that
Oh,
much,
it's
and then just
230.
hand him the cash.
Yeah.
So
I just got rot on the podcast with what time is it?
Yeah, but does he even know that?
Yeah, it's 2:30.
No, he fixed it. So
I don't
that's
get
the
it.
first documented case of what time is it.
Andy says his thing is, what time is it?
Every time I
And then
say
I
what
say
time
what
is it,
time.
you gotta say 2:30. That's what I say before I throw a dip in.
2:30.
Yeah,
You
it's
want more?
2:30.
Just like a pour me a tiny, like one, like
That's the first documented case of me getting someone on the internet.
thank you. Iconic moment.
We got.
Do you want to try this?
Nah, I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good. I saw everyone else when they sipped that, and I was like,
Yeah,
It's
got
a bit-
It's got a bite.
It's good.
It's good, but
It's a bit stiffer than the Glenfiddich.
I mean, it's higher alcohol percentage. That's why.
how
Yeah.
stiff
I think
are
it's
you?
smoother. I really think it's smoother.
you think that's
not
smoother
hard
than that,
enough.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Top it off, baby.
No.
What do you mean no?
The
Someone
opposite of
actually threw
yes.
fake money on the table to try to show off.
That's what I mean. The opposite of yes. If you throw another ice cube in this, I'll hit some Glenfiddich and get that off your hands.
Okay. You guys have to keep talking then, though. Can you handle that?
Anyway,
You were fine when you were gone the first time.
All right, nobody talk.
Yeah. Let's just do Dead Space. Don't even flag it. Another would you rather?
You want one?
No, I'll give you one.
Okay.
This is one I heard a while ago. Think on it like when you first hear it, you're gonna be like, all right, like I know the answer, but then it's like, oh, that might fuck up my life pretty hard.
Okay.
Whose body would you have?
Would you rather have nipples the size of kneecaps or kneecaps the size of nipples?
Nipples.
I'd have to take the nipples the size of kneecaps. How the fuck would my legs work?
Exactly.
The size of who's
Like a lot of
nipple?
people are
cover them
like,
up with
oh,
a
I'd rather have kneecaps the size of nipples. And then it's like, well, fucking walking's going to be
Impossible.
a bit tough.
Be in a wheelchair.
You look like that kid from Breaking Bad.
Oh, no. Walt Jr.
How about legs
Crippled joke.
the size of fingers or fingers the size of legs? Both are gonna suck.
Yeah,
you're gonna be Lieutenant Dan, or you're gonna be fucking
I think I'd rather
Edward
be Lieutenant
Scissorhands
I think I'd rather be
times
Lieutenant
10.
Dan than Edward Scissorhands.
times 10.
Yeah, I'm going with Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, of course.
But Lieutenant Dan.
But
you
do they
ain't got
weigh
no
the same?
legs.
There's a lot of handicap.
Yeah.
I get preferred
As a
parking.
leg?
Dude, imagine,
Yeah, but, I mean, you got full control of them.
dude, if you had fingers,
how
So
do
like
they-
I
how
can
they
use them the
spaced out?
same way that I can use my fingers now.
I mean, they got knees, so you could bend and fucking grip shit.
But like, can I squeeze them that fast, or is it like?
That
they
fast.
weigh
Yeah,
30
gotta
fucking
build up some
pounds.
strength. I
dude,
guess.
if I had fingers the size of legs, I would have mean biceps though.
Yeah.
True.
And a,
Well, I'm thinking like
and a reach. Yo, you know how John Jones fights?
He pokes people?
Pokes people. You could be a UFC champ.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I could like probably make
It would
the
look
NFL
like
you'd be in
if
like
my
a-
hands.
It would
were-
look like one of those.
probably-
It would
you'd be
look
in
like
a
one of those
circus
My
show.
Players in 2K,
yeah.
like the ridiculous ones that you see the
Yeah.
YouTube videos
Dude,
of.
one of
just
the-
dunking like this.
Yeah, one of the
Dashing,
most
reaching from afar,
absurd, one of the most absurd insults I've ever seen online was somebody said that a guy looked like somebody. So, first off, I follow on Reddit roast me, and people will hold up.
Yeah,
a
I
sign-
did that once.
Yeah, people will hold up a sign that says roast me, and
You
then
got
they'll do their
roasted?
username.
And
And then
still
like,
have the thread.
I don't know. It was from years ago.
Dude,
When I was
it's
junior
great.
college. It was
so
old.
so one guy was like ugly as fuck, dude, and somebody was like, "You look like somebody gave up making their 2K player halfway through." Like, that's a good insult. There's some fucking clever insults on there. I love it.
I did that at work once. I posted, supervisor posted a picture
On
there.
Reddit?
Yeah, r/roast me. I don't know if it's still there, but
How
long
many
ago?
comments did you get on it?
I
Because some
wanna
of
say
them
like 10 to 12.
yeah,
Not
'cause
like-
some of them have like 200, 300
it wasn't- it
comments,
didn't
and that's
blow
for
up.
like the
Obvious ones.
uglier or the most fucked up ones.
Or it's like a
and-
really hot girl and they all try to like simp, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of simping on there.
Yeah.
But some of
Wait,
them
what
are
is
still
simp?
kind of funny.
You know what a simp is?
It's
It's like,
it's like
it's on Twitter a lot.
let me look up the definition of
It's
it.
a big thing on
but
NBA. It's like pretty much like
Simp's
you-
like a
you s-
relatively new term.
you suck up to like a
that I've
girl,
seen.
like online.
It's
or
almost like
something.
white
Oh, okay.
knighting.
White knighting, kind of. You suck up to a girl online.
What is it?
Like Stan.
Yeah,
SIMP.
I looked it up. I looked it up like a few weeks ago.
Like Urban Dictionary. There you go.
a simple person lacking common sense, a fool.
Rob, why don't you go ahead and read that?
A man who foolishly
Edit that,
overvalues
flag
a
that.
woman, puts her on a pedestal.
a blank who gives their all to some weak ass.
That's a
Or
that's
thought
that's
ass
a,
hoe.
That's a shitty definition.
Yeah. A
this is
simple-
I get the
video.
point though.
So what I got is a simple person lacking common sense, a fool or simpleton. A man
we go.
a man who foolishly overvalues a woman
Yeah,
and puts her on a
That's
pedestal.
the best thing.
I don't know, man. A
this
simp
video
is like
this
a
video
fucking
is a good Twitter video. That
like a
shows day
neck
in life.
beard mixed with
It's
First thing I do when I wake up, I check her Instagram and her Twitter to make sure I haven't missed anything she's posted. Sometimes she responds back. She responded back to me. She said, "Shut up." We're taking things slow. Right now she has a boyfriend. Oh my god, fucking guy. Yes, fucking guy. Yeah, this is
Doing
your
her laundry.
doing it. I pay for their dinners and I pay her rent.
that Jack?
Flag it again.
I meant no. He had like his wallet out, and he was like just giving her hundreds. That's why. But that was funny too.
He doesn't have hundreds. Come on.
Not real ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're the same
movie
color,
prop.
so I guess it counts for something.
Yeah.
Could we bring back Fight Club and I mean he fought Connor. Connor weighs as much as me. I'll fight him, Jack.
Hasn't he agreed to fight like 7 people?
That's what I'm saying. And every time I was telling Chelsea today. Every time like because she doesn't want me to fight anyone, even though I want to. I want to just say yes to him. And because she like, I tried to like get her to let me fight Dylan, and she was like really upset. Like she was like, "No, you're not doing it." I don't know why. I mean, we would wear headgear and shit, but she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. We're just gonna have to do it secretly at some point. But
Has she ever seen Fight Club?
I know you can hear me.
Has she ever seen Fight Club?
Yeah, but that's not what it would be like. We're gonna wear headgear and gloves.
No, I know, but she doesn't understand that you're not alive until you take a punch to the face. You know.
It's fun.
Would you fight?
I have been in a fight before.
But anyway, what I was gonna say, you can get back to your point, but I just want to say, Jack knows I probably won't fight anyone that I'm not actually I don't actually have beef with. So every time he brings it up, he's like, "Yo, so who am I?" Like even on the podcast, he said it. He was like, "Yo, so who am I fighting? Who am I fighting?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I said to him, I was like, "I gave you 10 people, and you say yes every time."
You
and
did
then
call him out on that.
and then was it on? Were we recording? I don't
Yeah, and
remember.
he was like, "I'm calling you out."
Yeah, exactly.
You heard it here first.
But he does that every time, and I'm like, "Jack, what? Like I'm the promoter, bro."
So next time, just grab the gloves. All right, grab the gloves.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not gonna fight him in here. Like,
Oh, we'll go outside.
Door's right there.
no, but that he knows that I like not really trying to do that. So I have boxed him before. I boxed him drunk at the bar before, like for like a minute. It was literally just like a minute.
And then what's his name?
Mike?
Fought him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we pull up to the bar and Matt's got a water bottle full of vodka and we're getting fucking twisted. And this is like soon after you bought your boxing gloves.
No, they were Jack's. They're actually Jack's because
really?
he bought them to fight Connor, and they were in his car or mine or his car. Yeah.
Yeah, they were in your car. And he fought Mike in the streets, like while we were just getting fucked up outside. Like we just kept going back to Matt's truck to drink out of the water bottle, and we were all out there. And Mike came up.
Stay
to
classy,
us.
San Diego.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
That was a fun night. We gotta start going out to the.
Was that
bars a little
Halloween?
bit more. No,
Oh,
when you
we're Jeter.
yeah,
Jeter.
and I wore the Rangers jersey and covered up the R. I was an angry Rangers fan.
And in your
Anger.
snap, you were like,
Anger.
and in your snap, you're like, wow, Matt actually has a 55-inch vertical. Because the jump around came on at the bar, and I was like jumping really fucking high.
Oh my god!
Like
We got to start going
for
out
being
to
in
the
a
bar
bar. That was a joke.
a little bit more.
Tina's.
We used to.
Tina's.
I've been there twice, and that's twice too many.
We've been going to last 2 weeks Bull and Barrel.
That's like a
Yeah,
little
thanks for the
too
invite
far,
last night,
though,
guys.
for-
By the
It's
way,
like-
thanks for the invite last night.
It was
Appreciate
like last
that.
minute.
Yep.
That's the thing. Like I live
They had
so
8 of my friends
close to
there.
the bars in town.
Exactly. It's
like,
just the nice shit. Like, you know what they had though? They don't
if
have in town.
Drive home from
A bowl?
Bull Barrel.
Well, they
Yeah,
had
that's
bowl,
bad.
But they had
Bad spot.
It's not
They had
good.
a
People,
live band
cops camp there, dude.
playing like all punk and alternative rock. It was fun. They don't have a live band. They don't have a live band in town.
The one time I went to
Would've
Bull
loved
and
to
Barrel, I
experience
was
it.
fucked up. I was with Dougie and Joey, and there was there
Where?
at Bull and Barrel. There was 3. So the time I went to Bull and Barrel, I was with Dougie and Joey, and there was 2 and then one of their friends, and I was like fucked up because we had gone to Molly Darcy's beforehand.
I'm gonna have to edit out you saying the actual name.
Okay.
So we know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but there's two.
So I was at a bar, and then I got fucked up with 2 kids, and
No, not their names.
so I got fucked up with Doug and Joe. And we went to the other bar, and there was two there and one of their friends. Oh,
yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
That's. I thought you were talking about Bull and Barrel and Molly Darcy's.
No, you're good.
Time out.
Just you're good.
So
you're at Bull and Barrel.
I was at Molly Darcy's, got fucked up, went to Bull and Barrel. There was two guys there from the gang.
There you go.
And one of their friends, relatively well known. And so I'm fucked up. And one of the kids, like, I'm ordering a drink, and one of the kids is posted up next to me, and I like said some slick shit to him. And not even like the slickest shit, but like it was like kind of making fun of him. And he like looks at me, and like I know he wants to fight me, but I've got Dougie and Joey next to me, and I know they can throw hands. And so I like just stood my ground, and like I just got ready in case they jumped me, because like you can tell when somebody's wants to start shit with you.
Yeah.
And like if I like backed away at all, I knew they would have. And I just like stood my ground and like stared him down. And he ended up not doing shit. But I mean,
what did you say to him? You said, what's some slick shit?
I don't even remember. It was something like I can't even recall. It wasn't like calling him out on anything, but it was like, I don't know. You know that I like to say slick shit to people.
Yeah. I could just picture like,
and like the vibe him and his friend gave off afterwards was like, oh, that wasn't
what
cool.
I would
like,
picture,
and, like,
just to
they
give you
got that ego thing, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna be fucked with.
Did you mean it?
Did
you mean it in like an offensive way, or was it more like a joking?
Yeah, joking.
Yeah,
that's how
like
I say
with
slick
people.
shit.
Yeah, like,
and like I knew instantly like the tides turned, and like I knew they wanted to fight me, and I was like, all right, like get fucked. And I like kind of like blew them off after that, but like stood my ground in the same vein, and they just didn't start shit.
Yeah, I could picture the scenario, like Andy trying to make some corny joke, but they didn't like it.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Yeah, and then
they
they weren't happy about it, but I wasn't gonna be like, I wasn't gonna give them the time of the day, because like maybe I offended them, but like get fucked. Like
take a joke.
Take a joke. Like get your ego out of here. And if they want to fight, whatever, I'm down. And I like went up to Dougie afterwards, and I was like, you guys might have to have my back right now, because there's 3 guys looking to fucking fight me over nonsense right now. And Dougie and Joey are big kids, so, and I'm not gonna fucking back down because somebody can't take a joke. Yeah. But like just that rubbed me the wrong way. Like those type of people.
So was that what it was?
No, like something like that.
The truth comes out.
I don't. This was like 5 years ago, so I don't really remember what.
Well, Bull and Barrel had free pasta last night for people. It was out there. So.
I wouldn't know, Rob. Thanks.
All right.
Just invite guys.
Free pasta?
It was like,
who else was there? It's just so we can call everyone out. Lana, Jules, thanks for the invite. We never invite you guys anywhere.
They were there.
Not to my house every weekend.
Yeah.
Who else was there?
Billy.
Yeah, well.
RJ.
No, well, definitely no.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting anything from him.
Kevin Reynolds. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Ryan was there.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I don't invite you for every single thing that happens at my house either.
It was last minute. It wasn't even like... It was like 10:30 decision.
Last minute for all 10 of you?
I counted like 6, but...
Whatever, dude. Whatever, I get it.
All right, I got you next time. Bull and Barrel. You have to ride the bull though.
Had to do that.
A real one or
Nambla? It was Nambla. He was trying to get.
Yeah, they made me ride a bull, and I was not happy about it. And I fucked my nuts up on it. My nuts hurt for like 3 days.
A real one or?
No, not a real bull.
I don't know. I thought
a mechanical bull.
Like I've ridden the mechanical bull like hundreds of times. Remember when we used to go to
relatively
White Plains?
easy to get into a fucking.
Yeah, that's not a hard.
Usually you're getting jumped in or fucked.
That's why I thought it was a real bull. I thought it was like.
I'd like to do both.
Yeah, right.
At the
At
same
the
Remember,
same
time.
remember
time.
like that one bar in White Plains, like Black Bear, and they had the bull there. Like I feel like I rode that one like 100 times.
They had one at Black Bear?
And like the bar that connected to it, Copper Jacks. This close,
Really?
yeah, it's close now, but it was always there. It was
I don't
there
know
every
why
Friday.
I don't remember that.
It was there every Friday night.
Really?
Yeah.
My brother was telling me a story about when he went to college at Springfield. One of his buddies was a drug dealer, and he used to get that same gang would come down from
Your same, the one you had the issue with?
yeah,
Okay.
that same gang would come down with hockey bags full of weed, and they would bring 2 hockey bags, which was 200 pounds a week, and supply this kid to sell at his college. And there's like 4 colleges in the same vicinity, and this guy dealt 200 pounds of weed a week. And my brother was there one time when he got the drop off, and he was like, dude, this fuck came in with guns. Like they're all strapped with guns, and they got 2 hockey bags full of weed. And he's like, I fucking didn't like being.
Meanwhile, Andy's trying to fucking make cute ass jokes to them.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't like being in the vicinity of what was going on. He's like, but my buddy like was a baller in college. Like he's a college student, and he would fucking what's going on here? So he was like, dude, whenever my buddy was out at the bars, he would buy drinks for like their whole group of friends, and like all night, because the dude's fucking loaded. He's selling 200 pounds of weed a week. And so 2 summers ago, they had like a college meetup at one of their friends' house in Massachusetts, and me and 2 of my brothers went to this, and that guy is still selling drugs, and he's like a bar owner in Massachusetts. And the whole weekend he's like just like giving people drugs, and he's like bringing bottles of alcohol. Like he still balls out like he did in college. Fucking awesome dude. But my brother was like, dude, it was crazy to be at his house when the gang came through with 200 pounds of weed, and they're all strapped with guns and shit. And like, he's like, they weren't fucking around at all. It's crazy.
That's an intense
If
game.
I was a drug dealer though, I wouldn't have my supplier be those types of people. You know,
Who'd your supplier
because
be?
Accountants,
So- yeah.
apparently. You know.
I don't know, somebody that's not fucking kill you if you don't pay them on
Yeah.
time.
I feel like they're.
There's other sources that you can get drugs from where if you don't pay them on time, you're not gonna get your fucking.
But 200
throat
pounds
slit.
worth?
I mean, yeah, this guy was.
He was in deep no matter what.
Yeah, he was overreaching.
I feel like where else are you gonna get that kind of weight from? You know?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, he sold it all because there's 5 colleges in the area, and he networked his ass off.
I didn't hear because I had to get up. What drug?
Weed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 200 pounds.
You
of
imagine
weed a
200
week.
pounds of coke.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's a lot. But like this guy also, his dad is like something in politics. So like if this kid got caught, his dad would have gotten.
Isn't that always
fucked
how
too.
it works?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
It's crazy. But I always love that story though, like how my brother was there, and like he was like, dude, they rolled through with 200 pounds a week.
I would never let anyone else be there for that
Yeah.
drop off.
Yeah.
No,
were they
you're
were,
not
were they
seeing
not
this.
weird about that?
No.
They just were probably like, if anything happens, it's on you.
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
driving hundreds of miles from with 200 pounds of weed
Did
strapped
they
to your
did
back,
they
you
show up?
probably don't give much of a fuck.
Did they show up?
Mhm.
Oh, that's so badass.
Yeah.
If
All
I-
right, can we can't talk about this anymore.
Yeah, I've heard stories of like
Not-
people filmed them on the road, like driving by.
I
like
w-
a,
yeah,
a
yeah.
procession of them.
I'm gonna have to edit this part really heavily. So
Yeah,
It's
and they like
just-
broke the people's windows while they're driving because they like started filming them and shit.
yeah, Andy's putting a dent in that Scotch.
I think this dog is the winner of this.
Shannon
this thing. He's got 4 of a kind.
Oh yeah.
He's got 4 twos. I don't know what those dogs have over there though.
Well, this one's cheating. He's got an ace in his bottom paw.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn. This one's got 4 of a kind. He's got a straight.
He definitely doesn't.
He has a full house. He has a full house. This guy's got shit.
Someone's definitely got a straight flush.
That guy's cheating.
He's a 4 of a kind. He's got a straight. But I can't
10.
see
We're
the
gonna wrap
suits.
this up.
I can't. They're all red, but I can't see the suits.
Starts at 10. We're gonna wrap this up.
So
Yeah,
maybe
it's probably gonna start earlier. They're like almost in the last fight.
All right, Andy, pee, and then we'll wrap it up.
So maybe this is a straight flush, but
Did you like the bourbon, Rob?
yeah, it was good. A little bite. I couldn't have it all the time, but once in a while, yeah. You look like you want to ask me something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how was it? How was your your time here tonight?
Oh, like at the podcast?
Yeah, dude.
It was good. It was a fun time.
How come you didn't know how to ask that?
I was
I don't
expecting
know.
something so different.
Yeah, me too.
What do we need to improve on?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an experienced. Fun fact: I've never listened to a podcast ever in my life. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't have time. I don't drive far. I don't have a far commute. Like any time that I would, something else I have to do.
Well, now you can catch us on YouTube. Yikers Island Podcast on YouTube.
Shameless plug.
I did that once, and Jules was like, really? A plug for your podcast on your podcast?
When's the merch coming out?
Yo. These are out here for you, bro.
What? These are from me?
Stamps, bro.
U.S. mean stickers?
U.S. Postal. No, U.S. Postal
This is a fucking
certified
stamp.
stamp.
Like I can put this on a letter.
Yes,
Why didn't you just get stickers?
because stamps are better.
But who sends letters?
There's no novelty to stickers.
Mel's raising her hand. Mel sends letters.
Mel sent
I
me
see
a
that.
letter, actually. She sent me a Christmas card.
This is like, where does it say it's like U.S. Postal Service though?
It doesn't. I'm lying.
I legit would have like actually sent something with this on it. It would have got sent back, and they were like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
You could put it on the envelope though if you want, but you can have that if you really want to.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll use them. I have a lot of
start
stickers.
hiding them in like copies of like I don't know.
Post
USA
them.
Today or
Post
some
them.
shit.
Post them in places. Yeah.
The fun fact: when I bought the stickers, when they gave me the dimensions, I thought
This was gonna be one big one.
yes, they were giving me the dimension of the sheet, but it was actually I thought it was like each sticker.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a good price.
I have so many stickers, and
Really?
I have tons. Just from like all shows I watch and
Yo,
stuff.
can you bring them next time you come? It's
I
like
can put some on here. Yeah.
and we could put some like Mel. Every time she comes, she brings she puts the Iona stickers are over there.
Yeah, I
right?
saw those. I had the feeling that was either her or Cameron.
Cameron doesn't bring anything.
Yeah.
Went to Iona?
But I have so many, and they just sit there not being used because I'm afraid to put them on stuff. Because then I'm like, what if I put it on something and then like I never use that something again, and it's
Yeah.
just a waste.
Bring them here.
Yeah, I'll bring some here. I got tons just sitting in a drawer.
In a what?
In a drawer, like
A drawer.
A
Oh,
drawer.
in a drawer.
I had to go.
Drawer.
I had to go to.
I say it like that
I had
too.
to go to speech in elementary school.
I
for my
say it
hours.
like he does too. Draw.
Yeah,
In a drawer.
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 Yeah.
Baby, take off them drawers. Let me get in them bridges. You know, there's, oh my God. Every time I pass it, I want to stop, but it's in such a bad spot that I can't. And I think it's Chappaqua. There is a store called Family Britches. And I every time I pass it, I want to pull over and take a picture of it and send it to you and be like, when your girl has a hot sister. And then I was going to put like, I'm trying to get in them and then leave the store name. Family Britches.
Got to get those britches off so you
Okay.
can get in the steins, you know what I'm saying?
Them intestines.
You got to get a better chair so that it doesn't just sound like queefs the whole episode.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've been ripping ass the whole time.
Wait,
like,
so
in
on the record,
chair.
will you really fight Jack?
Yeah.
Because he's gonna say, I'll fight him. All right, I'll fight him. Then he's gonna come to the podcast and say, yeah, but I'm calling you out, Matt.
How much do you weigh?
Too much. 190. He's like 140. It's a mismatch for sure.
I think he's 150.
On a good day, maybe. When he's brewing.
Yeah, I weigh way too much.
He doesn't have to know that.
You don't look 190.
I feel it.
Pure
For sure.
penis. He is packing a hog in those draws.
I saw some like meme or whatever on Facebook actually today, and it was like, "Hey guys, I've been sick for a while. The doctor says I can't lift anything heavy, so I have to sit when I pee now."
I'm on bed rest.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Let's go.
Time to wrap
watch
it
the
up. Closing
fights.
thoughts, Rob. John Jones. You already got John Jones. Andy, who do you got?
He's such a heavy favorite. I don't even know the guy that he's fighting. Probably John Jones.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone's betting against John Jones in this card.
TKO, second round.
That's what I said, yeah.
I say decision.
I think so, too.
Actually, I don't think it's going to be a decision because I think either Dominic Reyes is going to finish him or Dominic Reyes is going to get tired and John's going to finish him. So I will say John Jones
In the fourth.
No, John Jones by submission round 3.
I'm going to say he gouges his eye out by the fourth.
John Jones by
head.
submission round 3.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first.
If not submission, ground and pound round 3. TKO. On the ground, specifically ground and pound though.
It's my favorite.
Any closing thoughts besides the fight stuff?
This was fun.
Was it?
Let's do a summer trip again to Pennsylvania on the lake.
I'm down.
Rot, you down this time?
I'm down.
Kevin?
Rot and K Dot. Remember when we
Sign me up.
Oh, forget it. Story for another day.
Next podcast.
That's another story.
Lead into the next podcast with that.
A little foreshadowing.
Here's another one that
cliffhanger.
Literally
we can save. I was once told I looked like a monkey by a certain someone from this group. So we'll get into that later.
From this group, not from this
Not
group.
From this
From
group
like
here,
this-
but
oh,
the
okay.
Pauling group.
Oh, interesting. Play that mysterious sound.
Who was it? All right. Good night, guys.